We have started, so each and every moment we have to practice, we have to put an effort on this so that we can be in a harmony, and also the family can be in a harmony. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you, Didi. Nice sharing. Is it ready? Okay. So now I will call upon Supraja Didi.
Very good morning to one and all. So today is the last day, and there are a lot of feelings, emotions, and mixed things are happening with every one of us. Today, initial part, Baya will be taking care of this existence, and afternoon and after the session, it's completely self-evaluation. Self-evaluation. The pointers has been already shared, so you please stick on to that points, and we will do that self-evaluation. And now we have one self-evaluation, and here we do have a newly married couple. Okay, so I just invite Aditya Umesh and Purnima Aditya, please. Oh, yeah, those two chairs. Okay. Those two chairs. Married couple, and they are not the registered participant of this workshop. They didn't come for the certificate, and they just want to understand what is life before they begin their life together. So I would like to have their self-evaluation, and I like to introduce is Umesh Baya's elder son, and she is the daughter-in-law. And these couple made a decision to come for the workshop first, keeping all the things aside, and so much of glory for you for your efforts which you have made for it. Thank you. Over to you. The pointers are back. You can look into the pointers and you can.
Namaskaram everyone. Good morning. My name is Aditya Umesh Zadav. I'm currently working in the United States in Cummins Incorporation as a project coordinator. Let's start with what are my three key takeaways. My initial preconditioning was that all the fulfillment that would make me happy would be gone towards the body. If I, spend something on shopping, if I do some adventures, then I'll be happy. The order of three things that my preconditioning was: number one is physical facilities, number two, relationship, and number three, right understanding. But, after attending the workshop, I could see that it was all a reverse order. And to be in the state of harmony, the right order is number one, right understanding, number two, relationship, and number three, physical facilities. Second key takeaway point for me is, we always complain that the society should change. There should be some change or improvement at the societal level, at the national level, or at the regional level. But we never talk about what we could do or what could be our responsibility as a citizen of this nation, or, as someone, as a human being on this planet. So right now I'm thinking of creating harmony in myself on the individual level. And once I'm able to achieve that, I can think about the next order, that is family, society, and nature existence. Third key takeaway point would be that the process of self-evaluation or the value education, wherein we initiate the dialogue between ourselves, that is what I want to be, what my natural acceptance is, and what are my desired thoughts and expectations, that is current state. So these were the three key takeaway points. So planning for my near future based on the clarity of the content of this 5 days workshop is that number one is that I will start the dialogue between myself, that what I really want to be, what is my desired state, and what I'm currently doing. And second thing is, evaluating myself on every circumstances and situation, whether this is my natural acceptance or not. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Purnima Vaidya. I work as a application developer in IBM. I recently left my job for marriage and all. I'm planning for higher studies. Actually, before coming here, even I had a lot of discussion with Papa, but I didn't know what I am really going to get from this course, okay? But it was really a good decision because I learned first time in my life, I realized that I have body and self. I never realized that. Yesterday also I was thinking something and I realized, no, I am body and I have something in myself which is talking to my body. Like that I felt first time in my life. Also, the key points I got from this session was, first thing, I expect a lot from others, a lot. I expect everything from others that no, they want to, they need to make me happy. Okay, if I am giving something, they should give me back. So I will try to reduce this. I will not able to stop expecting from others, but I'll try to reduce this and first evaluate myself. If they will expect same thing from me, will I be able to give that that kind of thing to those people, anyone who is expecting from me. Second thing is, I always find happiness from others. I expect if I'll give something to this person will be happy and that happiness will make me happy. So every time if someone, I will give something to someone, and if he or she will react okay, fine, I'll be I just gifted you something, right? Just be excited. So I'll get happiness from that excitement. So yeah, now I can realize that it's really wrong that I'm just expecting from others that they will make me happy. And third thing is assumption. I always assume something okay, this person is not nice. Okay, if that person will do anything, anything, I'll still think, no, that person is not nice. So I'll try to reduce this. I'll not assume that, okay, if someone said she gets jealous of everyone, so I'll not assume, okay, she will get jealous of me also. So yeah, that is the 3 key points I got from this UHV2. And it was really great journey. And planning the near future, I already said, I'll try to get realization that, okay, what thoughts I'm getting in my mind, and try to get as many as positive thoughts, because recently, because of lot of things, I became so negative that I don't remember in last 6 months I got any positive thoughts okay, this can be positive. So first time, yesterday, we had a discussion, and first time I realized that, okay, no, maybe he's also expecting the same thing. First time I got this thought in my mind. So of course, it improved me. So thank you, Papa. Yes, thank you, everyone.
Stay together, happy forever, and all our wishes to you. You can. No, here. No, you cannot get the last. This is enough. Okay, like this. One comment, yeah, you can. No, you just fell like this. Yeah. See, like this. Be there, God bless. Be there.
First session, we'll have the recap. So now I invite Umesh Bhaiya for this.
slider. 5. We are having discussions for the past 4 days. Supraja Didi has said that today is the last day. But how many of you think that today is the beginning? Very good. Very good, right? Today is the beginning for some of us. Today is the beginning of some of us to strengthen our exploration. So if we take it as a beginning, then we keep exploring, then we keep developing, and we can reach to the state where we want to reach. And the state we want to reach is the continuity of happiness and prosperity. And this is what we have discussed yesterday. Let me invite and introduce one of our new participants today. Arshita, come here. Say hello to everyone. Say hello. Yes. She is Arshita Srivastav, daughter of Srivastav Akka. All right. Yeah, so she can be here, no problem. I'm taking class. You can also take class with me, or you can sit here.
I'm taking another 2 or 2.
Okay. And Supraja Didi was collecting this flower. Arshita saw it, and nobody told her to collect. Have you seen it? Yeah, she came and she started picking up. And then Hima Didi, all these, they were busy. I said, let her do. She did it very nicely, cleaned up everything. This is what human being wants to participate. Correct? None of us has given us her introduction. Human being wants to participate. That is the basic nature of human being, the participation, the value. The only thing is that understanding my role or my participation. That's the only thing. So this role can be understood by digging up within that what I really want to be as a human being. Happy. So my participation to ensure the happiness within, that is my role towards my own self. And this role can be achieved by continuously exploring within what I really want to be, what is my natural acceptance, what is my intention. So on these 3 points, if we continuously keep exploring, then we are always reminded with our intention. And what is that intention? The continuity of happiness and prosperity. But I am not only the self when I am a human being. Otherwise, I'm only the self, right? Who am I? Is the self. But now, I'm a human being. So human being is the coexistence of self and body. So what is my role towards the body? To ensure the health of the body. And this role can be performed by understanding the feeling of self-regulation. So the self-regulation is the feeling of responsibility towards nurturing, protection, and the right utilization of the body. And to fulfill this particular responsibility, I need to have physical facilities. As a human being, am I only the body and the coexistence of the self and body, or am I also the member of family? Right? So if I am a member of family, then what is my role in my family? What is my role in the family? Yes, I want a happy family. So just by wanting to have a happy family, I may or I may not be able to achieve that, desire of happy family. So my participation in ensuring the happiness in the family. Right? This Akka said, yesterday she went and there was an argument started between her and her husband. Her husband was arguing and she kept quiet. And then she said that the argument didn't carry. Correct? The argument didn't carry. See, each one of us are behaving and living with the set of thoughts, feelings, and imagination we have at this particular moment of time. Correct? Is the same thing is applicable to the other or not? Right? So other is also living with his current understanding, feeling and thoughts. I am also living with my current understanding, feeling and thought. At this particular moment of time, if I have this understanding of harmony, I have feeling of harmony, I have thought of harmony, I can live in harmony. But let us say, next moment, one of my preconditioning gets triggered out and I am not aware of it. Then what will happen? Next moment, will you have understanding of harmony or disharmony? Disharmony. Feelings? Disharmony. Thoughts? Disharmony. Behavior? Disharmony. The same thing is happening with others, or the other is different than us. The same thing is happening with others. Okay? At this particular moment of time, if I am in disharmony, I fought with you. Correct? But I am fighting with you, I am having this irritation. This is the evaluation of my current competence. My next moment, the imagination remains same or it changes? Changes every moment, right? Every moment. There is possibility that next moment I will have a feeling of relationship. Correct? Now what will be my evaluation of the next moment? I am a man living with relationship or I am a man living with opposition. At this moment, opposition. Next moment, relationship. My evaluation is based on my current competence of that particular moment. So do we need to evaluate ourselves every moment or only in the morning? Every moment. Do we need to do the evaluation of the other also every moment or only once? Every moment. See, generally what happens, if yesterday he fought with me, I keep carrying that he is a fighter. Correct? But then, let us say 12 hours he is fighting, 12 hours he is not fighting. So both the evaluation need to be done. So the evaluation of current state need to be done. The current state of mind and the current state of others. Okay? Otherwise, generally what happens, we want to be happy and the source of our happiness is from outside. So we keep expecting from the people, and whenever the people behaves nice with us, do you recall and remember all those things? Or you generally recall and remember the bad behavior of the other? You know why this is happening? Because the harmony is naturally acceptable to you. So something which is naturally acceptable to you, it didn't bothers you, you don't recall it. But the disharmony, the opposition is not naturally acceptable to you. That is the reason if anybody have that inharmonious behavior, disharmonious behavior, you remember it. And that is what is happening with the others also. But then the evaluation is not of yesterday, the past behavior of the other, but the evaluation is of current state. In this particular current state, how I am living with you. In this particular current state, what sort of imagination you have with you. So based on the current state, we can make a program. Because we are living in that particular moment. So the program has to be done for that particular moment. So that particular moment also, in every moment to come, we want to be happy. So let us develop the understanding, feelings and thoughts of harmony within, so that in every moment we can be in a harmony. And once we are able to achieve such kind of things, this is the first important part of the human goal. The right understanding and right feeling in every individual. So I become that every individual. Correct? If every other individual get transformed and if I won't, will I be happy or unhappy? If you all get transformed and if I won't, tell me, will I be happy, unhappy? Unhappy, right? If I get transformed and you won't, will I be happy, unhappy? You won't take efforts for your transformation, but I am taking efforts for my transformation. Will I be happy or unhappy? See, my happiness is not dependent on you. Happiness is the state of being within. So I can be happy. I can continue to be happy, and I can share that happiness with you all. So all this societal transformation is possible. All this societal transformation is possible only with the personal transformation. Correct? So if we start taking efforts, and the efforts are not forcefully, no imposition, no setting up new sets of rules and regulations in the home now. This is a very organic, this is a very natural process. So for us also, keep it natural. Don't pressurize yourself to transform in a very short period of time. Don't try to change your behavior. Don't pressurize others that they should behave like this, they should not behave like this. Because each one of us is behaving with the set of imagination we have. So help others in developing their set of imagination. Then only they will be able to behave. Similarly, you keep helping yourself in your development, in your transformation. That is how you will be able to identify the need of the physical facility is limited, and that identification with the clarity will take you to the prosperity. Otherwise, today you are prosperous. There is possibility that today evening when you go outside this workshop hall, and you will see a big bungalow, a very big bungalow. And looking at that bungalow, if you are getting this feeling, oh, I should have this. The prosperity or deprivation? Deprivation, right? So these feelings can be continued within unconditionally only when you understand it. So efforts for that understanding is continuously required. That's the reason we said this is not the last day of the FDP. Right? This is not the last day of the FDP. Why? Because after this FDP also, I need to have this continuous effort because I want to be happy continuously. So the continuous efforts are required. Start doing this sort of observation. You know, when you put on the dress and stand in front of the mirror, look at what feeling we are having. If you are feeling little high, are you connecting your happiness with the dress or not? If you are feeling little low, you are connecting your happiness with the dress, connecting your happiness with the clothes, connecting your happiness with the physical facility, right? Such sort of observations we need to do every moment. Whether this cloth, the physical facility, a material is for the material only or for the consciousness. Right? So I'll see that whether this cloth is protecting my body or not. That's it. And that is the only role of the cloth. If you are not able to see the purpose of anything, like the purpose of cloth, and if you try using the cloth for some other purpose, that's unhappiness. Because there is a reality, and the reality is definite. What that reality is, the cloth can protect the body. Can you earn respect with the clothes? Tell me, yes, no? If the cloth is giving you respect, then every time you put on that particular cloth, all other people will give you respect only. Is it happening? No. No. Can clothes make you happy? If the clothes makes you happy, if the clothes make you happy, then every time you put on the clothes, you should remain happy only. At least, you have this cloth on your body for 4 hours. At least that 4 hours, you should be happy only. It's happening. If it is happening, then this is the reality. If it is not happening, then this is my assumption. And whenever my assumption does not matches with the reality, I am bound to have this disharmony within. Why I am bound to have this disharmony? Because I am trying to be happy with the source which is not the happiness. So I can't be happy. I can be happy by having this feeling of relationship within, and for that I can understand this feeling of relationship. So when I understand that the intentions of everyone is the same, like me, the natural acceptance is there in each one of us, I develop that trust within me. And that trust in an individual brings fearlessness in the society. And then we start looking into our next dimension of living. What? Only individual, only family, only society, or nature also. Then we get to say that I am a part of nature, family is a part of nature, society is a part of nature. I am one of the order of this nature along with physical, bio and animal order. All those three orders are mutually fulfilling, interconnected with each other and enriching each other. I also have that natural acceptance for the enrichment, mutual fulfillment and harmony in the nature. But I can be able to fulfill my natural acceptance if I understand the harmony in the nature. So the harmony in the nature also need to be understood. Then only we can ensure the harmony in the nature. And by having this understanding, we can be mutually fulfilling to the rest of the nature. So whatever these question marks are there, these question marks can get converted into click. And this is what we have discussed yesterday, that the activity innateness and the inheritance of each of these order is different. And based on this activity, inheritance, and the innateness, we can categorize these units into this 4 order. We can categorize this nature into the 4 order. So, this human order, the inheritance of the human order is based on the education and sanskar, and the innateness of the human order is to will to live with the continuous happiness and prosperity. So the will to live with continuous happiness of a human order can be fulfilled with human education and sanskar. So the more we start imparting human education, by exploring that human education's proposals within us, we can be happy, and our next generation will also be a happy generation. So this much we have discussed yesterday. Now let me see if you have any question. Any question based on the discussions we have till yesterday?
Good morning, sir. And a human can be educated. But as a human being, animal does not require any training to complete its task, to get its food and to get its shelter or whatever it is. But as a human, we are forcibly training the animal to make use of our own purpose. So is it correct, sir? Is it necessary to train the animal?
Yeah, I said animal can be trained, not need to be trained. There is no need to train an animal. Why there is no need to train an animal? Because if you look into animal kingdom, the animals are living in harmony. There is no problem in the animal kingdom. But only when this animal comes in our contact, right? Or in fact, when we brings animals in our contact, then we want to change the animal. We want to change the animal as a human being. Right? So look at, a dog or a cow they have a definite things to eat or not?
Yes.
Right? But when we bring this animal into our contact and we try to make animal as a human being, then whatever we are eating, we train them to eat the same thing. It's not whatever we are eating. Whatever we are doing, like we put on the clothes. So we also put the cloth on the body of the dog. Can the dog is doing these things for you? No. But this is our imagination. The animal has restricted to the assumptions only. But the human being has got this analyzing, comparing, human being has got this desiring, imaging. So in our imagination we do all these things and then expect the same sort of behavior from the animal also. Correct? Yeah, otherwise in the animal kingdom there is no sort of an expression of greetings. But then we teach our dogs to say namaste. Right? You go to the circus, right? If you go to the circus, you'll find that all these animals are doing the same thing, almost the same thing which a human being is doing. So this training is not required for the animal. But animals can be trained only. They can't receive education, because to receive education, what is essentially required is the potential of understanding. And ourself has got that potential of understanding. We can reach to the state of an excellence. We can understand the whole existence, and that is what our purpose is.
Sir,
Can I
one
have-
more thing?
Can I have a question, sir? Yesterday, one trial was happening between me and my wife, actually. And she want to have material things. I want this, I want that, I want more money, something like that. So I was asking her, why you want more money? So I can do whatever I want, whatever I desire, something like that. Okay, whether will it give the happiness continuously to not? Whatever it may be, I want it, that's all. So she has stopped the discussion in that. But I was simply doubting within myself whether my wife is willing to be happy or not willing to identify what happiness is. And I'm in a confusion. So I've stopped the discussion later in that point. So I need some clarity in it, sir.
Yeah. See, you have asked this question. This question, you want to be happy or unhappy?
I'm happy, sir.
Right?
Yes.
See, everything a human does or everything a human being wants to do, there is an expectation that I'll be happy.
Yes, sir.
There is an expectation that I'll be happy. If somebody have crave for clothes or jewels, there's an expectation. What? The jewels, the clothes, the shoes will make me happy.
Yes, sir.
If you assume that the jewelry is not going to make you happy, will you buy the jewelry?
No.
No. So every moment, every single thought we have or every single action we do with an expectation that I'll be happy doing it.
Yes, sir.
I'll receive this happiness. So this is where we need to explore within whether do I want to have a momentary happiness or the happiness in continuity. And whatever the desire I have to derive the happiness at this particular moment, whether that desire is going to make me happy in continuity or just a temporary excitement.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir. I felt that she don't have willingness to explore what happiness is. I felt like that actually. So, but I got clarity now. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. But then don't impose on her
Yes, sir.
to understand what happiness is.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
If you start imposing, then there will be a more disharmony in the family. Whatever trouble is there, but the trouble will increase now. Why? Because you will start imposing. Don't impose. Okay? Don't try. Can you change others?
No.
Can you change others? No. Let's have this clarity. If you cannot change others, then don't try to change others. Don't try to change. Because you cannot change, right? This is the reality. I cannot change your imagination. I cannot change your understanding. I cannot change your feelings. I cannot change your thought. What I can do, I can just be the help. I can facilitate. So just be a facilitator and don't try to change anybody. If you don't try to change others, you will find that the others are very comfortable. But keep facilitating with the feeling of relationship and with the clarity that you may have difficulty in explaining and the other may have difficulty in understanding. You have reached to that conclusion that your wife is having difficulty in understanding, but you are not able to see that I am having difficulty in explaining. So most of the times we evaluate the things from the other end. The other is not. The other is not. That's fine. The other is not. But am I? Then we understand that I am also not able to help. I am also not able to facilitate. Why? Either the timing is missed out, content missed out, the process missed out. Something has gone wrong out of these three, and that is the reason I am not able to help.
So if I am always happy and I want to be happy ever, if the others are always unhappy, if it is a workplace or in a society, so I don't try to change others also. So, but within a family, how can I manage that? I want to be happy always, but others don't want to be happy. So what to do with it?
You don't want to be happy?
I want to be happy.
See,
and
this
I
is
always
the issue. This is the issue. I want to be happy always, but the other don't want to be happy. A straight doubt on the intentions of the other. And this is making an issue. This is the fundamental value in the relationship. What? The clarity on the intention.
Yesterday we mentioned one example, that French 1-year-old girl speaking in Tamil. So I will start from that one. Actually, that is the natural training. So if you take any animals, any birds, they are coming by birth with the natural training only. So only when the human start to training means in that place only the trouble starts. He is only changing the harmony. For example, in Tamil we have one word, Ermayin Padaikalam Kombu. Every animals, they are coming with their weapons. We are not giving any training. If we take any animals, so they have already trained how to defend and everything. So within 5 minutes also, they are having training to run, how to run. If you take any animals, so that kind of training is by birth. So another thing is, so
let me interrupt. Whatever you have said about the animal is perfectly right.
Yeah.
Because the inheritance of the animal is based on the breed.
Yeah.
So in case of animal, yes. In case of animal, this is definite. Okay? In case of animal, yes. In case of an animal, this is definite. But this is not applicable for the human being.
Yeah.
Okay? This is not applicable for the human being. Each one of us pick the language. Correct? We learn the languages. We imitate the languages. And that imitation is the whole process. If I never had an exposure to Tamil language, right? Will I learn Tamil language?
No.
Will I be able to speak Tamil language?
No.
This is the difference between human being and an animal. Animal have that natural characteristics because it comes from the breed. And the animal self has got maximum to the assumptions. But this analyzing part, comparing part, imaging part, potential of understanding part, these are all there in the human self. So that example I said yesterday, that this girl, she is 5 years old, born to a pure French parent who had never been to India, never ever been to India, This girl also, after her birth, never been to India. She had no exposure to the Indian languages, except French, no exposure to the any other language. Even she didn't speak English, because in France, many people, they don't understand, English. They speak in French only. But this girl started talking some language. Okay, this girl started talking some language. When the people around her, they were not able to understand what language she is speaking, then they explore that what dialects, what words she is speaking. Like she was saying, I don't know what is Tamil, but I'm just giving an example. She was saying vanakkam, vanakkam. So the people didn't understand what is vanakkam, what is the meaning of vanakkam, what is the meaning of polama, right? So they polama, right? Akka, Anna. So she was not able, the people around her were not able to understand. So they started understanding what these words are. And they found that these are the Tamil words. Okay, these are the Tamil words. This input was being shared in a context that whether the human being start the new bodily journey as an empty slate, or there are this accumulation of previous sanskars. Okay, this was the context. So that context was very different. Okay.
Yeah, similarly, if you take the plants, that plants also by natural training. For example, if it is sunflower, so it is always rotating based on the place of the sun. Okay. We are not giving any training, but by nature.
Yeah, very true, very true. Now look at into. Now see, this is also, we have discussed a state animal. So can we compare an animal with the human being?
No.
No. Whenever we compare, whenever we give an example of an animal, it is for the animal kingdom only. It's not for the human being. Similarly, can you compare a tree with human being? No. So when you look into the tree, the conduct of a tree is based on the seed. So not all the trees and not all the flowers move according to the sun. It's only the sunflower. Okay, it's only the sunflower. Have you seen the sunflower in the sunflower field? Yeah? If the sun is on the west, where the all sunflower will be? We need to understand the difference. If we don't understand this difference, then what happens? We keep doing the otherwise evaluation of human being. And that otherwise evaluation is disrespect. Okay?
Sir, good morning, sir. Sir, this question may be due to my ignorance. Please clarify. Without desire, we can't able to achieve happiness. As desire increases, happiness also increases. Is there any limitations for achieving the happiness? Because in my personal life, if I'm happy for 3 days, next fourth day or fifth day, I'll get some sad news. It is a routine work which I have experienced in my life. Therefore, when I go for highest point of happiness, that also leads to sorrow. Please clarify, sir.
Yeah. Understand what happiness is. Because when we say the highest part of happiness, that is basically the highest part of excitement. And you cannot continue the highest part of excitement. You cannot carry any sort of excitement. That is the reason the people get bored of having sensual pleasure. Why? Why? Because that's not happiness. And if you try to derive happiness from the sensual pleasure, can you continue it? No. Try to continue. Irritation comes or not? Yes. One of my friends, he shared this thing with me, my college mates, right? He said that, like, we were talking on these particular issues, like sex and all. And then he said that the sex is the real happiness and sex makes me happy a lot and I enjoy the sex. I said, okay, good. If you enjoy, keep enjoying. But then I asked him, what are the process you go through? we are the friends, so we can talk on, here also we can talk, like, what are the process we go through. So he said, this is process 1, this is process 2, this is process 3, this is step 4, this is step 5. And then the step 6, my wife, she looks on the left and she slipped, and I looked on the right side and I slipped. Why can't you continue? That's a happiness, right? Then why maybe after 1 hour, 10 minutes, 2 hours, whatever you do, why you are not able to continue it? Why you want to get rid out of that situation? Try and continue. Do this experiment and see that maybe after 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, you want to come out of it or not. So if anything, you do the continuity and reach to the state of intolerance, is that happiness? And the same friend told me that I enjoy sex, but now what is happening in the past 3-4 years, whenever I go in my bedroom, I don't get sensitization, so I sleep with my wife, but I imagine about an actress. See, even if you are doing this imagination of the actress, but you are with the body of your wife, right? But what is there in your imagination is the actress. If the body and body can make you happy, then why do you need to imagine an actress? It's only in your imagination the actress is. But the body is still the body of your wife. It's not the body of your actress. Just try and understand this. This happiness is the need of the self. Happiness is it's the activity of the consciousness, and it cannot derived by body. It's only the involvement of the self can give you the pleasure. If the self is not involved into, you can't have a pleasure of sex. So it's not the body, body enjoys. It's not the bodily happiness we get. But the pleasure you get, the pleasure of sensation, whether it's a temporary, it's not temporary, whether it's an excitement, it's not excitement, leave it aside. But if the self is not involved into that physical activity, do you enjoy that physical activity? So it's not the body and body, right? The relationship makes us happy. And when you have these feelings of relationship in you, then only you can have a pleasure. Otherwise, you cannot have a pleasure.
Yeah.
So we need to understand what happiness is. And then we can see that what sort of desires are the cause of sorrows. The desires which are preconditioned or the desires which are guided by the sensations are the cause of sorrows. The desires which are guided by the sensations are the cause of sorrows, because you cannot get happiness by continue eating gulab jamuns. You cannot. So we need to understand this happiness. Happiness is the state of being harmony within. And how I can achieve this harmony? By developing the understanding of reality. And what is that reality? The body is an instrument. And by body alone, I cannot be happy. You do anything to the body, you can't be happy.
Yeah. Yes.
Right? You can frame your body in gold and platinum also. Will you be happy? Maybe a temporary excitement. What? See, I'm having 100 kg of gold on my body. A temporary excitement. Maybe you put that photo on the Instagram. And even on the Instagram, if someone give you, remarks that even you don't understand the cloth is required to protect the body and not the gold, and you're wearing gold, your happiness will go. So this is where You know, the main trouble is that we want to be happy, but I can be happy only by understanding the true meaning of happiness. But if the happiness, the meaning of happiness is guided with my assumption, then I may have assumed that this is happiness, physical facility is happiness, sensation is happiness, expecting feelings from others is happiness. But these are all temporary excitement. And when we have such sort of desire, and if we keep fulfilling the desire, then instead of happiness, what we get is the sorrow. So such desires are the cause of sorrows. Okay?
Yes, sir. Sir, what you mentioned, everything is correct, sir. Actually, in Tamil, so the happiness through body, happiness through self, it is termed in term Sittinbam, Perinbam. So if it is Sittinbam, mean they are saying so it is through body, but it cannot sustain. So you cannot have any fulfillment. But Perinbam, so understanding the true nature, right understanding, holding the good relationship, everything is termed as the Perinbam.
See, right? But just by saying Sittimbo, Perimbo, will I be able to develop my understanding? I need to understand what is the meaning of Sittimbo. I need to understand what is the meaning of Perimbo. By understanding this meaning only, I will be able to live with it. Important thing is living. Important thing is living. And this living is possible only with understanding. So I guess yesterday or day before yesterday also, I said we are so blessed to have such a rich literature. And this literature is the outcome of the realizations of the people within, right? Such a rich literature we have. But then we need to take this literature also as a proposal and explore this literature within, you will develop it. You will reach to that state. But that exploration is required. Understanding of literature is required. Very nice. Then all these things, you know, the literature will come into living. We can practice the literature. And that is what the literatures are meant for. You know, this darshan, you understand darshans?
Yeah.
Yeah, darshans are basically the realizations of the great people, right? So the great people have realized the things within and they have expressed their realization with each one of us. So we have a deep feeling of gratitude towards them. Like this content, right? This content has come from all the great people who have realized within. These are not our content. This UHV content is not my content. The UHV content is not the content of the UHV team. But the UHV content is the content of all those people, maybe from Tamil Nadu, Maharashtra, India, Japan, America. All those people, they have taken these efforts to travel within and they have reached to that state and they have explained their realization to us. What UHV team is doing, UHV team has compiled it at one place. That's it. And we have made it as universal content, so that this can be taken into the classroom. Okay? Thank you.
Sir, is it create artificial leg, hand, heart, brain, everything we can? Is it possible to create artificial self?
Yeah, you have a self, keep working on that, na? Why you are thinking of creating artificial? See, the self is already having a problem. And then by creating artificial self, the problems will be increase or decrease? More problem. So the self is there, keep developing.
No, it's state, physical state of a self is invisible. Yes. It is like a software. Yes.
It is not a software.
Okay.
Because the software may get corrupted.
Okay.
But the self, you know, so self has got a linear development.
Okay.
See, you cannot compare self with any physical entity.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
Self is a unit of consciousness. So if the self is unit of consciousness, then you cannot create it.
No, because sometimes we call, you have corrupted by that fellow, or you have corrupted by this fellow.
Yeah, we all are corrupted only. Right? We all are corrupted. What that corruption means? The corruption which means the imagination is guided by preconditioning of sensation. This is corruption.
Okay.
Right? What is the purity? The purity is the innate nature of the self, the natural acceptance. So self has that potential, self has that innate nature. So you can't create it.
No, because
okay, just let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you a question. Can you create, we are talking about the self, right?
Yes.
Can you create 1 gram of soil?
No.
That's it. If you cannot create 1 gram of soil, if you cannot create one tiny seed, which means you cannot create anything. Anything. Right? What we are doing, we are extracting the things from the nature. We are not creating the things. We are only assembling and dissembling by understanding the innateness of the physical order, the composition and decomposition. Only that's what we are doing. But the composition and decomposition is happening in the physical order by its innateness. The atoms are coming together, getting associating. The atoms are getting disassociation. You are not doing anything for that. So we cannot create anything.
So because nowadays in society, these all AI based things only is creating
just
problem.
Ask this small question to yourself. Can you create something?
No, we cannot.
We are not creating.
We can transform or we can change.
Correct. You are changing the form.
Yes.
What you are doing, you are changing the form. You are changing the form of a seed by cultivating that seed into a tree. But you are not creating the tree.
Okay.
Sir, actually, for artificial self mean, I can say, எல்லாரும் அந்நியனா மாறினா போதும்.
Mike is passing on there.
Sir. Good morning, sir. So I had some understanding and transformation the last 4 days. And as you said, this is the real beginning of our wisdom. And one question is continuously ringing on mind for the last 4 days, sir. How do I respond to injustice, sir? Because in 2009, I was assigned the duty of examination, examination squad duty, sir. I had been to one college. So in the one hall, there are persons who are writing their exams by seeing the book. It was a chemistry exam. So I booked a malpractice case. The management said this should not be done like here and you have to move away, something like that. I said it is an assigned duty and responsibility to me. I am doing my duty. So I booked everything and get the signature from the principal and I went off to other college. After a couple of weeks, I got suspended, sir. So that time I didn't know what is suspension also. So later on, I just asked the Vice Chancellor's office. They said, you come to Chennai. So it was happened in Viluppuram campus, which is 150 kilometers from here. So when I reached Chennai, so next day onwards, the students went on strike for a continuous 10 days, sir. So they saved me. After that, they made an inquiry committee, and they said it is for administrative reason. And the suspension was revoked. I was reinstated again, sir. So how do I respond to this sort of injustice? And moreover, many think that if the faculty of engineering or any faculty, they'll be getting some 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs salary like that. There are many faculty members who are struggling from 20,000 salary and many are getting 2 lakh salaries. So how do you respond to this sort of injustice?
Understand justice. Think of justice. What is justice? What is justice? You want to have justice or you want to have injustice? Justice. So understand the meaning of justice and work for the justice. Justice is basically the recognition, fulfillment, and the evaluation of human-human relationship. See, we are not working on the relationship. If we are not working on the relationship, the injustice would always be there. You have quoted an example of 2009. It's been almost 14 years, but still you are carrying it. But if you start looking into today also, this morning also, some sort of an injustice has happened. And what that injustice has happened? My wife was expecting the feeling of relationship from me, and I was not able to live with the feeling of relationship with her. This is also injustice. Whenever, start looking into all the cases which are there in the court of law, the cases of injustice. Try to find out the root cause. Mistrust, disrespect, jealousy, hatred. These are the root cause of the injustice. What is justice? Justice is having this feeling and living with this feeling. When the feelings are not there, injustice is being done. So such things are happening. Why such things are happening? Because we have started working on relationship. But then when each one of us will start working on relationship, when this subject will become, the relationship will become an important part of our curriculum everywhere, and all the teachers will develop this understanding within, then slowly and gradually that justice will established. See, this is just a, interesting and important sharing he had. See, one event has happened in 2009, correct? That event, that decision was being revoked also. Revoked also. That's what you said. Now, do you need to enjoy that the decision was being revoked, or do you need to continue to be unhappy because that decision was being taken? Right? But what is bothering you? That decision was meant. What is bothering you? That decision was meant. That's fine, that decision was meant, but it was revoked. If it was revoked, I can enjoy it. See what happens. I'm just giving you, this is just a case, right? Not his particular example or a personal example. But we are just dealing a case. See what happens. Something has happened 10 years ago, something has happened 2 years ago, something has happened 20 years ago. We are still carrying it. This is an important thing. I want to bring attention on this particular part. 20 years ago something has happened, I'm still carrying it. And I'm still getting disturbed because of that. Because when things have happened, I didn't develop the capacity to do the analysis part of this event and to conclude that event, why it has happened. Now at least we can develop this, why it has happened. Then you will find that it has happened because the right understanding and right feeling were missed out. If the right understanding and right feeling is there, there was no discipline. And the people are not in the mode of self-discipline. If the people are in the mode of self-discipline, will they copy in the classroom? No. Why they are copying? Because the self-discipline is missed out. Why the self-discipline is missed out? Because the understanding is missing out. Why the understanding is missing out? Because there is an assumption. What assumption? Only gain, only take without efforts. Correct? All such things when we evaluate, then we find that, and you know what is happening today? The children, they expect that they have taken admission into your university or your college, you should provide them with a degree. And why not? Because you are saying them product, you are saying them consumer, and the consumer have paid a very heavy fees to you. If a consumer pays something to the shopkeeper, right, what is the expectation of consumer? Product. And why this consumer has come to your college? Degree. Look at where we have taken education and education system. We are not saying that they are my children. At least we can say they are student, right? But they are product. They are consumer. Prepare the product for the job market. Yeah, you are preparing the product for the job market only. You are not preparing the student to live a happy life. So such things are bound to be happen. But these are the problems. These are the problems. And these problems are happening. Now what to do? Keep discussing on the problem, or shall we start focusing on the solutions? If you keep discussing only on the problems, at the end of the day, what you would have? Only problem and irritation. But if you keep focusing on the solution, there is possibility that at the end of the day, you will get one solution. And when you focus, when you have this solution-centric approach, then you will find that you have this positivity in you. But when you have this complaint-centric approach, you will find that this complaint-centric approach creates that negative within us. Small story, a very interesting story. You know, there's this gentleman, like a guru, like a teacher, long years ago, maybe 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, right? He has his ashrama, a center. And his philosophy, each one of us, I mean, they have a different philosophy. So I'm talking about this particular philosophy. They have a philosophy that the sensations, the unguided sensation in particularly, is a big hurdle in the self-development. So let us keep away yourself from the unguided sensation. So only male were the followers of this teacher. And they had a rule. What was rule? Not to look at the female. Don't hear anything from female. So you're not looking at, you're not hearing anything, which means there is no chance of talking, no chance of looking, no chance of touching. Right? So no exposure to the female. They were following these sort of practices. So they were living in a sort of a jungle. And in those days, most of the people used to live in jungle. One young student joined this monastery, and he was there along with this guru for 6 months, almost for 6 months, getting all this teaching and training and trying to help and develop. After the 6 months of this new joinee, this guru was happened to visit a place which was 10 days walk from the ashram, 10 days. So he decided to take these young disciples with him. 10 days, 10 days you are walking through jungle, all those things. On the day two, let us say by 4 o'clock in the evening, they were walking through a jungle, okay? And then they get to hear a girl's sound, a crying sound. So the moment that young boy listened that girl's crying, immediately he put his hand on the ear, because you are not supposed to. But the teacher, he started following the sound. And he went, and what he saw, there's a young girl of 20, 22 years old. She is under the tree and she's crying. So the teacher goes to her and asks, "My daughter, what happened to you?" And she says that, "I came here to pick the fruits. I fell off from the tree. My knee is totally broken. I know in this jungle there are tigers and lions, so I am having this fear. I don't know how to go back to my home." So the teacher asked where your home is. So she said 2 hours from here. Right? The teachers carry that girl on the shoulder. Now the disciple's issue is that he is like closing the ears, but the eyes are still open. Now what to do? Somehow he manages closing eyes and ear, and then follow slowly, gradually the teacher. After a couple of hours, the teacher dropped that girl and they start moving. Okay? This has happened on the day 2. On the 10th day morning, when they were about to reach the destination, in the morning this teacher and this disciple, they goes to the river to take a bath, the morning bath. Okay? While they were going for the morning bath, this disciple asked, "Teacher, can I ask you a question?" And the teacher said, yes. He said, you always teach us about not to look at, not to carry, but then on the day 2, for 2 hours, you have carried this girl on your shoulder. Right? On the day 2, for the 2 hours, you have carried this girl on the shoulder. The teacher said, on the day 2, for the 2 hours, I carried and I dropped. But you are still carrying it. You are still carrying. What is point in carrying? The second is 2 hours. No point in carrying. When I was in the primary school, okay, you were in the primary school, something has happened in the primary school. What is the point in carrying it? If you are carrying all those things, and all those things what you are carrying is making you unhappy, just ask this question to yourself, you want to be happy or unhappy? So if you want to carry something, carry those pleasant memory. Why? Because I was in that pleasant memory, and then try to analyze why you were in that pleasant time, why you were happy. At least that will help you to develop. But you were unhappy sometimes, and if you are carrying it, it's not going to help you. So we need to make this decision whether to carry or not. Why to carry, what to carry, because with very precise decision we are carrying it. We are thinking that these are, all the precious stones and the diamonds to be carried with us. But we are not able to see that all these are the scorpions and the snakes. These are scorpions, these are snakes. Drop it. Drop it mindfully. See, 10 years ago I had a fight with someone. Let us have this, why the fight takes place? Even if you fought this morning, or you may fight, at this moment, what will be the reason for the fight? I'll tell you why the fight takes place. Okay? See that. You also fight because of the same reason or not. Number 1, you are in disharmony. Number 2, the other person is also in disharmony. Correct? So both of you are in disharmony. The second reason, you are lacking this feeling of relationship because you are in disharmony. The other is also lacking this feeling of relationship because he lacks the harmony. Because of that, the fight takes place. Correct? Conclude. This conclusion is important. Conclude every event and draw the meaning from that conclusion, because that meaning will help you as an important tools to improve upon. And I don't want to fight. So if I don't want to fight, then what do I need to do? I lack in harmony, I lack in feeling of relationship, so I need to keep working on my harmony. I need to keep working on development of my feeling of relationship. The more I do it, the less fight will be. Okay? So shall I move? Did you want to say something? Okay. So in this session, yeah.
Sir, to respond towards this, so I need a bit of clarification from your side, sir, how I should respond. 2 people are fighting in front of me, and me being sitting there, how should I respond? For example, in my family, my both parents, father and mother, they got married, and it's almost 41 years. And till date, they are fighting. And they will fight for all silly reasons. And I cannot predict for which reason they will fight and how long this fight will exceed and all. So me being there, I used to receive a call from my relatives, my brothers and all. You were there at home, na? Why can't you stop? The thing is, if I go and interfere, my mother, she will think that I'm supporting my father. My father, he will think that I'm supporting my mother. And after 2 days, they both will speak and I'll be the opposition person where they will not respond to me. They will carry the same thing to me. So one one time, if the argument is getting heated up, I'll interfere and I'll stop them. But I don't know, all the time should I interfere or I should not interfere. I should watch them quietly. They will get settled up with themselves. So I don't know how to respond. Each and every day they fight.
Yeah, how many years they have been married to each other?
41, sir.
41. Out of these 41 years, how many years they were fighting and how many years they were not
So
fighting?
from
roughly?
my childhood, I'm seeing they are almost fighting, sir.
No, every
For
moment?
Sir?
Every moment?
Not every moment, but they carry that. See, morning if the dinner or breakfast is not served properly, or if he failed
No,
to.
let's have some rough figure, right?
Okay.
41 years of married life. Out of these 41 years, how many years there was no fight? And how many years there was fight?
I don't know, almost maybe in a week 3 times or 4 times they fight.
So like
Silly
60%,
reasons.
60%, 70%.
Okay.
Okay, 80%, right? Let us take it to the 80%, which means at least 5 years they were not fighting. When they were not fighting, what you were doing?
Nothing, sir. I'm just watching quietly.
Yes, when they were not fighting, that time only you can do something. That time only you can do something so that the fight will not happen. See, when they were not fighting, which means they were cool, they were composed, they had this feeling of relationship, not only between them, but with you also.
Sir, I'm sorry to interrupt, sir. This part, the second part of my answer, have kept it for speaking in the self-evaluation side. Whatever you said, that when they are normal and okay, so you have to take the chance and speak to them. I did this yesterday because there was no fight. So I started to just take a first move with my father, because my father will better understand my mother. So I was making my father to sit and I was starting to explain few things related to him. Immediately I got a voice from my mother. She was saying, he is a good person to understand whatever you say. Out of this 42 years, he didn't understand me. Now in a day, he is going to change or he is going to understand what you're saying. Is he going to stop fighting with me? No, he's a wrong person and you're wasting your time. Go and see your work. So such type of response was coming. And then she was saying that after this many years, how do you think that our self can change? So I was quite confused. Now what should I do? How should I approach again?
How many minutes have you spent yesterday?
Sir, half an hour.
Half an hour, right?
I just started, sir, and too many opposition and words they started to.
So the first half an hour of this workshop was the same, right? The first half an hour of this workshop was the same. But the workshop is still continuing. Every day from 9 to 6:30, this is the 5th day. So much of discussions we had. So much of discussions we had, and again discussions we are having we are not saying that you are wrong. We are not trying to correct you. You are not trying to correct me. Each one of us are trying to understand what is our desirable thing and how to work on it. So there is a process. That's the reason I said the timing is also required, the process is also required, the content is also required, then only we can facilitate. Otherwise, no. Otherwise, no. And one of the most important thing, the other person would listen only when, if he or she is able to see that you are having more understanding than the other person. Now, what our parents generally thinks about us? Who is having more understanding, they or us?
They.
This is what their preconditioning is, right? So if I am having more understanding, which means I am more responsible from the other than the other. So in my behavior, if this responsibility gets communicated to the other unconditionally and continuously, then only the other will start drawing an impression that I am more understanding than other. So this is also very important. Otherwise, with the words only we try to teach each other, and that would not be possible. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I'll take up this content little ahead. It's already 10:30. Anthony G, after a while, you can write down your question. Yeah.
Regarding the happiness I'm asking.
Yeah. Yes. If any pending question is there, please write your question on the notebook and say that at the end of this session you may get little inputs, or in this session also we'll keep interacting. Okay, let me unfold. Okay, I'll listen to your question, Anthony Chase.
Sir, it is very simple day-to-day life. Sir, regarding the happiness, I'm a right understanding to others, and every day when I outcome of the home and go to the office, I'm seeing some people. If I seeing the some people, it creates the positive vibration. The day is it's okay. But if I'm seeing some other person, it creates the negative vibration. That problem for me is. But please give the solution. Is the problem for me or others? And second question, in most of the time, the working area, they are showing the groupism. 3 or 4 people are joined. And I feel that I'm only alone. That time I will decrease my confidence and overall anything. How do I overcome this?
Both these two questions. Number one, the other are having these positive vibes and I'm getting this positivity. Other is having negative vibes and I'm getting negativity. Ask this question to yourself. You want to have this positivity or negativity? Yeah. You want to have this positivity, work on your positivity. The people around us will be negative, will be positive. You know, each one of us has got a different level of competence. Each one of us has got a different level of imagination. Understand this reality. Whatever you want to be, develop within. Okay, whatever you want to be, develop within. Number 2, this groupism. This groupism is only in your department and college, or this groupism is also there in your family?
Department, sir.
No, I'm asking general question to everyone. See, whenever you are asking question, now I'm not taking that question personally. I think that this is a general question, right? So this groupism, this group between mother-in-laws and the children, right? The cousins and the siblings, the parents, you know, sometimes the parents make their group and the child gets like, she has shared the experience right now, right? This is all groupism. These are all groupism. Now, why this groupism is happening in the family? Why this groupism is happening in the department? Because are we able to have this clarity that you are also human being and I am also human being? Have we developed this clarity that the intentions of ours are same? Have we developed this clarity that the need of the self, the need of the body are different? Have you developed this clarity that the purpose, program and potential of other and the purpose, program and potential of mine is same? When you develop this clarity, then only you will be able to see that the other is also human being and you are also human being. Then they will not be a group, right? But till that we keep differentiating. Just start asking this question to yourself, okay? If you are, I'm just giving an example, if you are a faculty member, okay, or if you are a HOD, or you are a director, what are the positions you have in the college, right? Ask this question to yourself. Don't you differentiate between you and the others? That I am a faculty, she is a HOD. I am a HOD, she or he is a director. Are you differentiating it or not differentiating it? Ask this direct question to yourself. Are you differentiating that, okay, he is from Chennai, he is from Madurai. He is from Tamil Nadu, he is from Karnataka. Ask this question to yourself. If this differentiation is happening in you, based on that you will be able to see that why and how the differentiation is happening in others. Correct? And this, then you will be able to see the root cause of the groupism. So the root cause of groupism is we are not able to do the right evaluation. That feeling of respect is naturally acceptable to us. So let us work on it. Work for yourself. Do the right evaluation of yourself. At least you will not have that differentiation in your imagination, And if you do not have that differentiation in your imagination, you are happy with it. You are happy. And what you want to be? Happy. Okay? Right. Let us discuss on lecture 21 and 22, realizing existence as the coexistence at all the level, the holistic perceptions of harmony in existence. Now we are talking about the whole existence with the sort of confusions we have. What sort of confusions we have? That I am the body. So still we yet to get the clarity about our own self. Still we yet to get the clarity about our own body. Still we yet to get the clarity about the coexistence of self and body. But with so much of confusion, we are trying to understand the whole existence now. Okay? This is the reality. So existence is the reality. Existence, which means whatever, existence is equal to exist plus essence. Exist means is or to be. What is and what to be. Essence is the harmony. So in this session, we will try to understand what is in harmony and what to be in harmony. Okay? It's the same process, the process of exploration. Take it as a proposal. Have a direct observation within. Try and understand this proposal. We are talking about existence, so I will reduce my speed a bit now. We'll go slow. We'll go slow. Because there could be a lot of questions related to the existence. So we'll unfold these things one by one. Okay? Existence is in the form of coexistence, and units are submerged in the space. What we need to explore and understand is this: coexistence. If you understand coexistence, you are in the continuous state of happiness. So understanding coexistence, that is the ultimate and the final and the complete achievement of human being, the human self. So this existence is in the form of coexistence. Units are submerged in the space. What does it mean? It means there are two realities. The one reality is the space, and the other reality is units. And how these units are in the space? The units are submerged in the space. So this is what we need to understand. Okay? Let us look into these units. Every unit, right? Every unit can be identified by its boundary and limitedness. Correct? When you see a unit, it has a boundary. A self is a unit, has a boundary. Body is a unit, has a boundary. Tree is a unit, has a boundary. Sun is a unit, has a boundary. Correct? So every unit can be identified the boundary and the limitedness. They appear to be separate from each other and in isolation. The earth is separate from the moon or not, right? So when you focus on unit alone, it appears that every unit is in isolation. You're focusing on yourself alone, you feel that you are in isolation. You are separate than the other, right? I am separate than you. So when you focus on unit alone, you see this separation, you see that they are in isolation. Now they are divided or related. This is important things to be explored, that each of these units is divided, separated, or they are related and connected. Yeah, this is things, we need to explore, and that is what we are going to explore these things. So to understand these things, we have to understand the reality in which all these units are submerged, and what that reality is the space. So understanding space is the ultimate aim of human journey. Understanding space, what the space is. Okay? So look into this existence. This existence has got these two reality, units and space. The units are submerged in the space. This existence is in the form of coexistence and it is ever present. Any question here? Ever present. Okay, this coexistence is ever present. When we are saying units, these units are the four orders of the nature. And all these four orders of the nature are submerged in the space. Okay, let me define it. I'll unfold it. When you look into the space is unlimited. The space is continuous. The space is all pervading. The space has no boundary. The space has no shape. The space has no color. The space has no smell. The space is everywhere. The space is everywhere, and in this all pervading, continuous space, the units are submerged. Right? Are you able to see to it? Are you able to catch it?
Sir, I need a clarification, sir. So units in the sense we have four orders, and space means which are existing in this space. Am I right? You are explaining in that way. Am I correct, sir? Or all these units are submerged in space?
All that units are submerged in the space.
Suppose we take the entire universe. So we have a planet system. So sun is existing and other planets are also existing. Between sun and the other planet, there are some huge space. So you are meaning that space or the space contains all these units?
Yeah, I'm meaning that one reality which is all pervading, which is everywhere, which is continuous, which is inside the unit also and outside the unit also. So wherever there is a unit, there is a space. Even when where there is no unit, there is also space. Right? This space is everywhere. For example, the sun is also in the space, the moon, the Jupiter, Mars, right, Earth, all these planets are in this place. And the planets are not only in the space, but the space is there in every matter and particle of the planet. Right? So every matter, every particle, every cell, every atom is submerged in the space. So when you look into the unit is limited in size. Maybe a smaller unit, bigger unit. Right? But every unit is limited in size. Atom has its size, the earth has its size. The sun is many times bigger than the earth, but still it has a size. So every unit is limited in size. Okay? Every unit has got activity, and every unit is active. Let me complete, I'll come. Okay, let me complete, I'll come. Just 2 minutes. The body is a unit. The body is active or not? So activities are happening in the body. The self is a unit. The self is active. In fact, the activity of the self is continuous. The imagination is continuous. Okay? So every unit has activity, every unit is active, but when you look into the space, the space has no activity. The space has no activity. That is the reason the space is also called shunya. In Tamil also it is called shunya. It's not zero. It's not empty. Wait. See, it's not zero. Shunya doesn't mean zero. Right? Shunya doesn't mean empty. Shunya means no activity. It's there, no activity. It's no activity, that's the reason it is called shunya. Right? The no activity, that's the reason it's called shunya. The one who discover shunya has discovered and realized this reality. What that reality is that this is all pervading. We have made it as a number later. So zero is not being innovated by us. We have innovated shunya. We have discovered that shunya within, that there is one reality, there is this reality which is continuous everywhere, which is all pervading. And in this all pervading reality, all these units are submerged and the units are active. Now let us try and understand that. Okay, let us try and understand this. Where are you now? Where is your body now? Okay. Where am I now? Where is my body now? Are you able to see that we all are related and connected with each other? So the relationship is. Relationship is. This is the reality. If my assumptions are different, I am in disharmony. But if I develop this understanding that the relationship is, I am in harmony. I am related to you, I am related to every single human being, and I am related to every single unit which exists in the whole existence. Similarly, every single unit which exists into the whole existence is related and connected to me. Relationship is. So, is there, that's the reason we cannot construct relationship. We cannot create relationship. Why? Because it is there. Because we cannot construct, we cannot create, we cannot destroy. And that is what I said day before yesterday. In the name of destruction of relationship, in the name of breaking relationship, what do? We avoid the physical interaction with the other person because we assume that I am also body and the other is also body. So we assume that if the body-body interaction stops, which means the relationship is broken. But the relationship is. This is the reality. Now you have only one choice. What? Understand the relationship and live in relationship. This is the reason we have natural acceptance for the relationship. We have natural acceptance for only those things which is real, which is a reality. Correct? He has a doubt. You have taken mic from him, so he has.
There is no division. There is no isolation between everything that I find. Everything that I find, that is the state of Brahman, understanding. That is called as the Paramanandam, Chachidanandam. So every religion, whether it's a Rishi or even Rajinikanth, why he is going to the Imayamalai, why sometime Modi also going to mean, the answer is only one. We are finding oneness. Even in physics also, they are searching for this in the one theory, explaining all the fact, electricity, magnetism, thermodynamics, everything. Similarly, so in almost all the religion, it's not only in Advaitam, what they are saying is you have to find the Brahman stage. That is the ultimate happiness because there won't be any division. I cannot differentiate others. I cannot differentiate other persons. Even in the physical body, everything. I am not only present in the others, I am present in all the physical bodies, but it is not able to realize. In Tamil, we are saying it's a Maya, illusion. That illusion only preventing us to feel that Brahman stage. But every time we should try. That is the ultimate happiness.
Yeah, and that is what we want to be.
Yeah.
Understand this reality that every unit is related to the other unit, right? Will you have this loneliness ever?
No.
Loneliness is my assumption that I am an isolated unit. Whenever you start feeling lonely, immediately ask this question to yourself: are you an isolated unit, or are you one of the unit which is submerged in the whole existence, in the space, and there are other units, and these other units are also related and connected to you?
Yeah.
Our assumptions makes us lonely. Otherwise, every single unit which exists in the whole existence is related to you. It's connected to you. And you are also related and connected with every single unit.
Yeah.
Why there is loneliness? There is loneliness only when you isolate yourself. There is loneliness only when you separate yourself from the whole existence, which is not possible. That is not the reality. So you develop such sort of assumptions.
Yeah.
And you start focusing only on yourself as one unit, and then you looked at the others as the different unit. So you are focusing only on the unit and unit, but you don't realize that these units are submerged in the space.
Yeah.
So the moment you are able to see this space, which is all pervading, and the moment you are able to see that every single unit is submerged in the space, you will understand the coexistence.
Yeah. That time there is no...
So there is a coexistence, right? There is a coexistence, and because there is a coexistence, we all are related and connected.
Yeah.
So what do you think, this loneliness, the emotion of loneliness, is your assumption or it's a reality? It's my assumption. So whenever my assumptions get sensitized and strong, I'm in state of disharmony.
Yeah. So if we realize that one, that there was no death, because death means it's only into the physical body. When the sun is lasting for how many years, still I will live. That is the meaning, if we realize that thing.
Okay, we'll talk about it. Because for that we need to understand what is dying. Right?
We say space is pervading and a space is expanding.
The physical space. Right? We talked about the physical space. That's the reason yesterday someone say sky. And then I asked where you will put the sky. In the physical order or not? So when we say the space, generally we refer to that sky. So sky is a physical order, right? The sky is a physical order. And then, let us say, we have reached to, let's say, the last planet which is known to the human being today. No? I'm naming it as XYZ. I don't know the name. So I'm just naming it as XYZ. So we have reached to that last thing which is known to the human being, and we have named it to the XYZ, and then we see that XYZ is also submerged in the space. Okay. And then we do the conclusion. What conclusion? That this is the limit of the space. But then we keep creating some experiment, and then we find that millions of miles away from that XYZ, there is another object. So when we find that there is another object, we think that the space is expanding. Something which is continuous, something which is everywhere, it can't expand, it can't contract, because it's everywhere. Right? It's everywhere.
Then I need a clarification, sir. In nature, actually, there is a symmetry. So, if you take any particle, there is a positive particle and negative particle. And if we have a day and we have a night, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, something like that we studied. Symmetry exists in nature, So we assume that the same kind of things are happening in the other side in an opposite way. So, but we are talking about, when we talk about human values, all the things, whatever is in nature, we are talking about only the positive things. So we are taking the positive things, we are avoiding, or the negative things also existing. Like we have happiness, and also sad is also there. We are focusing towards all the positive things, or we are avoiding.
What do you think that the Newtons have done experiment on physical things or consciousness?
Physical things.
So the Newton's law is applicable to physical thing, not the consciousness. When we say every action has got equal and opposite reaction, it may be applicable to the physical thing. If I throw these things on the wall, yes. But in case of consciousness, though you are in a disharmony, I can be in a harmony. I can be in a harmony. So there is possibility that you will react very harshly, but see, this is important. So much of confusion, what we have created, that one particular person has done experiment on one particular order. So the conclusion of that experiment can be applicable to only that particular order, because the innateness, inheritance, and the natural characteristics of each of these orders is different. Yes.
Sir, in science we have hypothesis. This hypothesis refers to be usually getting something in imagination and fixing that with what available with the existence. De Broglie, a scientist, called certain hypothesis that the entire universe is made up of only two basic entities, namely particle and light. So without that, nothing exists. So whatever the specialty we are giving to one matter, that can be extended to light, that is what he suggested. But here, are we fixing a sun, light in the space or unit?
Unit. Unit.
Then unit means it be like a matter, so like a particle.
Yeah.
But light radiation we cannot fix in a particle, sir.
Yeah, you can measure, right?
It's form of energy.
See, that is what. See, when we see, this is interesting again. When we are talking about light, are we talking about light or are we talking about energy? Because these two are different, right? These lights are linking here. It's because of the filament. This is material. If you are referring to this light, this is material. If you are referring to energy, then it's not material. Okay, it's not material. For example, the self is active, right? So the self is energized or not? Energized. So the self is energized. But what is the energy of the self? So that is energy, and that is not the light.
Yeah.
Okay? This energy is defined as Shakti.
Yeah.
One of the word, I don't know the other word.
Yeah.
It's Shakti.
Siva Shakti.
Yeah, Shakti. Shakti is the energy.
Yeah.
Energy is different, and the light is different. So what you're talking about is correct when we take it as a light.
Yeah.
As a power.
Sir, you mentioned no activity. That space is no activity. That is correct, sir. Because, so if we say God, he cannot move. எத்தனை பேர் தெரியும் கடவுளால் அசைய முடியாது உண்மையா இல்லையா இல்லை அதுக்கடுத்து சொன்னேன் சார் இந்த பிரம்ம எஸ் ஐ வில் டெல் see when we say கடவுள் the reason is see for example I can move this mic I can move this university to other places because in that places it is not there. Similarly I can move moon and everything, but where I can move the God, கடவுள் இல்லாத இடம் கிடையாது. So that is why no activity means everything inside. Everything inside.
All right, keep these things open.
Yeah.
Keep these things open. After the break, when we'll come and we'll talk about it. But during the break, I'm giving some points for the exploration. During the break, while having the tea, you all are discussing every time, and you are discussing on the content only. So try and explore I know that you all are discussing on the content because I'm also interacting with you all. Bhaiya is interacting with you. Didi is interacting, and you are discussing on the content. So during the break, you can explore on this existence part. Try and understand this space, which is aseem, all-pervading, continuous. Try and see this unit, that every unit is limited in size. Try and see this submergence, that the unit is submerged in the space. Try and look into this, whatever we have explained, and this point I have opened, that every single unit is energized in the space. So the self is active, the imagination is taking place every moment, the self is also energized in the space, the body is active, the sun is active, all the planets are active, so all the planets are also energized in the space. So this is what the proposal is. Bhaiya.
Yes, start with some sharings. Participants who are not shared earlier, if they want to share something, they are welcome. Yes, JB. Yeah.
To all, I'm Dr. Manohar from Periyar Manimai Institute of Science and Technology, Tanjavur. Actually, I'm a chemistry teacher. I used to teach human ethics and professional ethics sometimes in the college for my students. But this the UHV content is totally different from human ethics content. So UHV content is something that is special. It's too late. It would have come earlier, long back. In that case, you would have avoided many divorce in family and corruption and conflict and crimes in the society, and you would have avoided more wars in the world. So that much speciality this content is having. So at least hereafter we will take it forward and we will create a happy, beautiful world hereafter. Thank you.
Super, good. Very encouraging and motivating words. Yes. Any other member wants to share?
This content, whatever we understand, that also exists in ourselves without knowing. We felt the same feeling, the same understanding from different philosophy, different doctrine, but not in other name. Some other names are quoted, but in other organized way. Here we are having all this content in the scientific, well-oriented way. And the content, beyond the content, a very little percentage of understanding and exploration is more important than the content, whatever we have known from these sessions. That's all. Thank you.
4 days and 5th day of exposure, I have started exploring myself. The thing I want to say that, and I have been feel to explore how far I have been come across with the previous situation and how I understand that with more and more of precondition and how I must be overcome from that preconditions. So I would like to share one experience which made yesterday. Actually, my husband is working in Bangalore, and he usually come for 2 days of weekend, and he will come by Friday night, maybe by 10:30. So usually I make the dinner and I will make it in the hot box and I will keep it. So yesterday I told that I will make. While you come, I will wake and I will make that. And yesterday I made that, and while serving we talked about this UHV. And he asked me whether this Friday alone it will happen or continuous Friday it will be happen. And immediately I said that I will try to make it on all Fridays. But the one thing I make that is don't expect on all continuous day. So if I am not doing, and don't make me to have a precondition that I'm intentionally doing that. So that's a major explosion. I have been started from yesterday night, and while I have been explained that, so that's a major thing. Thank you.
Yeah, that's very important, right? Anything wrong intentionally, and the other is also not doing anything wrong intentionally. I remember one of my workshop, this trust was going on, and after the trust, we have a break. Here also, it's because we are following the same schedule. So we had discussed on intention, competence, the clarity on the trust, and cell phones are not allowed. So the moment the break was announced, this gentleman, he took his cell phone out, and while walking outside the door, he called his wife. I was just following him, and that's the reason I was able to listen what he said. So he must have called his wife, and he said that today I got realization why we fight with each other. In the session only, the reason for fight is that my intentions are okay, but you lack in competence. Right? My intentions are okay, but you lack in competence. And this is what we generally evaluate. We keep evaluating that other lacks in competence. I agree to it that I lack in competence, but the other also lacks in competence, I also lack in competence, and our intentions are same. Okay, we will continue with this. Yeah?
Yes, it's
yeah. So the existence is in the form of coexistence. This is ever present. Units are submerged in the space. The space is unlimited. Unit is limited in size. It has got activity. The unit is active, and the space is submerged, is there in every unit. And I ask you this question, that where are you in the space? Where is body in the space? If your student will ask you, prove this. Because student, you need to have rationals. How you will prove that your body is in the space?
We are in space.
See, you are in the space, that's a different thing. You will say that the whole earth is in the space. That's fine, the whole earth is in the space. But how about you? At this moment, your body is on the chair, it's on the mattress, or it's in the space?
It's on the mattress. It's like a cotton on the water, sir. So water is inside the space as well as the... See, you can see the water is inside the cotton as well as outside the cotton. Similarly, space is available outside the world and within us also. Am I correct, sir?
I can prove, sir. I am in the space or here. In contradictionary way, I can prove. If I am assuming if I am in space, then my imagination and my analysis will be there. Hello. In contradictionary way, we can prove, sir, actually. So let us, if train is going on the track, how we can prove? No? Just I will let us, if train is not going on the track, it should go on beyond the track. That means some accident should happen or something, some news should come out from that. Since no news, no accidents, our assumption is wrong and the train is going on the track. Similar way, in contradictionary way, we can prove I am in space. Yes.
The student will ask you, sir, my simple question, that you are saying your body is in the space, but my body is in the chair.
Yes, visually we are seeing, since you are here and
I'm asking you, your body is in the space or your body is on the chair?
Is on the chair, yes.
And how come you are saying that your body is in the space? See what Rajendra ji said. Wait a minute. Let's go one by one. Easy. Step by step. What Rajendra ji said, that's not, I said okay. Example is okay, but we can't give such kind of example because when we say water and cotton, we can understand through it, that the water is inside the cotton also and the water is outside the cotton also, but the moment we say water, it has a boundary. But the space has no boundary. Okay? The space has no boundary. So, you are also in the space and the chair is also in the space. This is right? Now what you are saying that I am on the chair. You are on the chair, or you are in the space and the space is also in, the chair is also in the space. So you are sitting in the space on the chair. Right?
Yes.
Can you get up, please?
Activity.
Was he in the space or was he on the chair?
No.
If he is sitting on the chair, then he cannot leave the chair. Right? But he left the chair. He left the chair. If his body is on the floor, which means the body is attached to the floor, so the body can't move. But his body has moved. So this movement is happening because every matter and every particle is submerged in the space. So the space is not only outside, but the space is inside too. Inside the body. Your every cell of the body is in the space. Are you able to see to it?
Yes.
And inside your every cell there is a space. So your every cellular structure, your every organ, your every system of the body is in the space. And in the submergence of the space, there is this unit is called body. Let me give an example. This is a piece of paper, right? This piece of paper is, the space is inside this piece of paper or not?
Yes.
Right. How come?
Between atoms.
How come the space is inside this piece of paper?
Yes. It is composed of atoms. Atoms has got space. It has got movement.
See, this is possible for me. Why this is possible? Because this part of the piece of the paper and this part of the piece of the paper, both parts were submerged in the space. So that's the reason it's possible for me to deform. I can keep doing these deformations. I can keep cutting this piece into the force of the hand I can put on. I can reach to the minimum. Once I reach to, let us say this is my capacity. I can't tear it off later. Then there is possibility that with some sort of an instrument, I can make further more pieces. I'll reach to the finest piece. That's what we have done in France. Right? In the France, we conducted this 2 years experiment to reach to the final particle. But then what was the conclusion? That final particle where the scientists have reached, that was also in the space.
Yes, sir.
And if you develop some sort of an instrument to break that final particle into two, then that's also in the space. So every single particle, every single matter, every single cell, every single atom is submerged in the space. That's why your body, not only the body is submerged in the space, but the space is inside your body. Similarly, yourself is submerged in the space. So your body is different and your self is different. Both of them are submerged in the space, and in the submergence, the self coexists with the body. So that coexistence is there, right? All these things is happening.
Yes.
Things are happening because the activity is there, right? So the unit have activity, units are active. When an activity is taking place, which means the energy is there. But then you will find that every single unit is energized in the space. The seed is energized or not?
Yes.
Are you providing any electricity to the seed?
No.
See, this electricity and energy are the two different things. That's what I mentioned. Light and the energy are the two different things, right? When we say conductor, semiconductor, electricity to make any instrument active, we are talking about the electricity. But the seed is active. The seed is energized. Are you providing energy to this seed?
No.
Yesterday we had talked about the banyan tree. The banyan tree is so huge. Have you seen the seed of the banyan?
Yes.
You know, on a tip of a pin, minimum 20 seeds of the banyan can be accumulated. So tiny seed. That so tiny seeds become such a huge tree. So the seed is also energized, the tree is also energized in the space. The sun is also energized in the space, the earth is also energized in the space. Yesterday we talked about it, the earth is rotating around the sun. Are you providing any energy for that? Or it is energized?
It is energized.
It is energized, right? The body is energized.
Yes.
We think that the food is providing energy to the body. Then the next question will come, the food is energized.
Yes.
The food is energized.
Yes.
So the earth, right? Then the next question will come, the earth is energized. Right? The earth is energized. Then we say sun.
Yes, it is.
Then the next question that the sun is also energized. Then we say that, okay, hydrogen and helium. Okay? But how about that hydrogen and helium? They are also energized. So the fusion and the agitation taking place in hydrogen and helium, that's what in the modern science we say that is providing energy to the sun. But then the next question comes that hydrogen and helium is also energized. The self is energized. So are you able to see that every single unit is energized in the space?
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
Every single unit is energized in the space. Every single unit is self-organized in the space. Your body is self-organized or not?
Yes.
Have you done anything for the self-organization of your body?
No.
You are doing something to keep the self-organization. Right? You are doing something. But have you done anything for the self-organization of the body?
No.
Right? It's self-organized instrument. Eyes are here, hand are here. Just imagine you have to do for the self-organization of the body. What will happen?
Like machine, what we do with machines.
You know the kind of imagination we have, if we are not aware of ourselves, we keep our cell phone and then we keep searching the cell phone. The same thing will happen. You will go to the market, you will leave your hand there and then come back home. Right? And then keep searching that where my hand is. See, it's self-organized. From the smallest known thing to the human being to the largest known unit to the human being, you will find that every unit is self-organized. You are not doing anything for the organizations of these units. You are doing only things for the organization. Even you are not doing organization because that organization is there and that organization is your innate nature, your natural acceptance. What you have to do, put efforts only for making yourself according to your natural acceptance. This is the only efforts you need to do. Rest of the thing, all things is self-organized.
Yes.
Look at the whole thing, it's self-organized. Have you done anything for your body to be here?
Yes, we have done.
Yeah, what you have done?
Sir, I started early in the morning.
Not in this hall, sir. Your body to be here in this form. Have you done anything?
No.
No. Have you done anything for yourself to be here?
No.
See, so much of over-evaluation we keep doing it. I have not done anything for my body to be here. I have not done anything for myself to be here. I have not done anything for the coexistence of the self and the body. It's all self-organized.
Yes.
It's all self-organized, right? So every unit is self-organized in the space. Okay?
Sir, actually, sir, you have asked us to think about the unit's submergence and space when we are out for the break. So I was thinking about submerge. So I thought that I feel like floating in the space. So why exactly that is submerged?
Yeah, see, understand submerge. When we say a stone is submerged in the water, which means the stone is inside the water. The water is not inside the stone. Okay? That's not the submergence. What is the submergence? That the stone is outside the water and the stone is inside the water too. Inside and outside. And inside, which means in every single particle of the stone is in the water.
Yes, sir.
So that is what is called submergence, and that is how every single unit is submerged in the space. So the space is inside within me, the space is outside within me. The space is inside inside the body, the space is outside the body. The space is inside the earth, the space is outside the earth. And on all 8 directions, there is a space.
Yes, sir. So shall we feel it like almost all the forms, air, water, land, everything is within us and outside us?
No.
Material.
Air is also in the space.
Within us also.
Yeah, water is also in the space. Not everything is within us. Few things are within us, few things are not within us. Okay? Few things are within us, few things are not within us. But everything which exists is submerged in the space.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Everything which exists is submerged in the space, and you are also existing in the space. You are also submerged in the space. See that everything is related and connected to each other, and this is self-organized. Let us look into third point. Every unit recognizes its relationship. This unit is recognizing its relationship with this. Correct? This unit is recognizing its relationship with that. Earth recognizes its relationship with sun. So every single unit recognizes its relationship with other unit. This building is an atomic structure. So every single atom which is there in the making of this building is not only participating in the making and the construction of this building, but the same atom is participating in the whole existence. Because this building is participating into Chennai, the Chennai is participating into India, India is participating into Earth, and the Earth is participating into whole existence. So are you able to see that the atom, the one single atom which is there in the brick of this building is recognizing its relationship with other atom, making the brick is participated in the construction of the building, and the building, which means the same atom, is participating into the whole existence. Right? Are you able to see that every unit is participating in this way? So this is the value. The value. If I also develop to that extent, to participate in all of my life, I'm in harmony. But if I have this assumption that my life, I'm in disharmony. The maximum unhappiness, if I have this assumption that my life, it's my life, maximum assumption, maximum unhappiness. A little better step, what? Me and my husband. This is little better step. A little better step, what? Me, my husband and my children. A better step, me, my husband, my children and my department. This is a better step. You start developing your feelings and understanding and relationship, you will have more harmony. Because this is what we are living, right? The more you expand yourself from yourself, and then you get connected to every single unit which is existed in the whole existence, that is what the feeling of love. That feeling of love is basically the continuous state of harmony within. If only me and my salary, me and my money, the highest unhappiness state. So every unit recognizes its relationship, fulfill its relationship with every other units in the space. Is this okay? Okay, let us take the same thing and try to unfold and understand what does it means. Okay, these units are of two types. This is unlimited, continuous, all pervading. But these units are of two types. The one is material unit and the other is unit of consciousness. Self body. And it's not only the human body, but all the material things. Right? If you look into this body, the world of material has got recognizing and fulfilling only. And because there is only recognizing and fulfilling, because there is only formation and deformation is taking place, so the world of material is cyclic in nature. A tree, wood, wood to soil, soil again tree. This is cyclic in nature. Okay? Extracted material to construct this building will collapse, go back to the soil, gradually it will again become the soil. It's cyclic in nature. So that is the reason this world is a temporary world. The world of material is temporary. Correct? Temporary in its form, temporary in its property, because the forms and the property of the world of material keeps changing from one to another, one to another. Is this the reality? If this is the reality, then if any material, any self get disconnected with the material, we can be in a harmony. We can understand that. This is the reality. Now you are in the space. Your material is also in the space. When you get disconnected from your material, where you will be? When you will be, now you are in the space and your material is also in the space, so you are a human being, right? If you disassociate with this material, then where the material will be? In the space will change the form. In the space will change the form. Correct? Where you will be? Where are we going? From where we are coming? We are there only. If you have this clarity that the relationship is between self and not the body and body, but because you have this assumption that I am the body, you do this otherwise evaluation, and if the body of any your near one, dear one, the self of your any near one and dear one gets separated from the body, you feel that everything is gone. Who is going? The body is dying, right? The body is changing the form. And anyway, the body is changing the form, the body is also changing the form in the space. But you are there in the space. So when I say you are in the space, it means you are in the space. It's not that you will be in the space or you were in the space. This is ever present. This reality is ever present. What reality? That the coexistence is ever present. Let us look into the units of consciousness. This units of consciousness has got recognizing and fulfilling, but it also has got this assuming. And this units has got the potential of knowing. Right? This potential of knowing. So if you look in terms of time, these units are continuous. In terms of time, these units are temporary. This is a difference. The unit of consciousness, in time it's continuous, but in space it is limited. The units of material is limited in space and limited in time. Okay? Now let us look into the space. The space is ever. The space is unbounded in time and unbounded in space. So it's all pervading and it's ever. So we have to understand the material unit, we have to understand the unit of consciousness, and we also have to understand the space. Understanding on these three is the completeness of understanding. This is the state of realization. This is the state of realization. What you call this temporary, I mean in Hindi it is, anybody knows Anitya, Nitya, Nirantar? What are the Tamil words for this? Nitya. Yeah, Nitya is continuous. Anitya is temporary. And Nirantar is unbounded in time, unbounded in space. That is called Nirantar. Okay? So, this reality is temporary, this reality is continuous in time, this reality is ever unbounded in time and space. Is this okay? Any question?
Sir, actually, you have told one statement, sir. That is the self, that is conscious. The conscious is continuous in it, but in space it has got limited.
Limited in size.
Limited in size. Okay. So whether the conscious within us will take a different form when it loses its material?
See, let us try and understand that. Yourself and myself are the same or the different?
Same.
That means whatever understanding I have, you should have that understanding.
Yes. So,
yourself is different, myself is different. Correct? The selves are different. The selves are different, and all these different selves are submerged in the space, which means the self is limited in size.
Okay.
The self is limited in size, but the space is all pervading.
Okay.
So the space is different and the self is different. Okay, the space is different and the self is different. We have talked about that imagination. Let us say this much is natural acceptance, this is sensation, and this is preconditioning. Okay? Now, and here you are associated with this body. So this is a coexistence, right? The body is different and you are different. Okay? Now you have taken decision to leave the body. Bodies, you left the body. You are there.
Yes.
Right? You are there. So when you take the decision of leaving the body, whatever the total summation of your desired thoughts and expectation is going to be there, and with that, you start your new journey. With that, you start your new journey. That's the reason it's very important for each one of us to understand that we have this potential to realize, we have this potential to understand, develop this understanding within. So in each of my journey, if I keep developing, then my next generation, which means my next association with the body will be improved version, better version than this.
Okay.
So if this is your understanding, okay, if this is the last impression of your understanding, let us say 5%, so this 5% of the understanding is going to be there with you. And you will start with this 5%, and maybe in the next time, you will develop this 5% to the 10%. So this is always linear. And this is what is called development. Okay?
Yes.
The world of material is cyclic. So we may define it as a growth, but that's not the development. The development is possible only here, in the self. And the development possible in the self, by the self. This is the only possibility.
Nice. Nice.
Any other questions? Yes. We go one by one, and all the questions are open now.
So, as you discussed about the self.
Okay. Before that, let me tell you something. I'm answering something. I'm trying to answer to all the questions, but some of the things are not the part of the syllabus. So this question, the question is always there. The question the student has, right? It's always there. But this answer I have given is not the part of the syllabus. You would not see these things in the textbook of universal human values. Okay.
So regarding the question related, which is not related to the syllabus, based on the next generation of self, as I develop this UHV based things, that remnants will be there, at least 5%, you said. That doesn't mean in the next generation of myself, I will be a human being. I may go as any animal order or any form of other material which are existing. So I may become a dog. So because material is common. But this self may go as a dog. So then what is the purpose of this remnants which I have in UHV, what I learned, and what my next generation, this will not work out when I am a dog in the next generation.
I got your question. See, while living this human body, if here, okay, and what is that preconditioning? Happiness is with the sensual pleasure. Then you may take a decision that let's get into the body of an animal because it's easy there. Right? Under such confusion, you may take. Under such confusion, you may take. But now, when each one of us have started exploring within, we are understanding that what is the purpose of being human. We are exploring that what is happiness, what is not happiness. Now, why will I take this animal body next time? Because in the animal body, I am not going to complete my journey. So at least my decision will be to take the human body next time. But in the initial journey, when we start, there is possibility that sometimes go back to the animal and then again coming back to the human. But I feel once you get the test of the human self, this would happen rarely. This will happen rarely. Okay. Any other question?
Yeah, you mentioned temporary, permanent. So that can be applied to the one generation only. If we say for more generation, because already I may have animal form, insect form, bird form, but now after that I came in the human being. That time material may change, but self can't change. For that in Tamil we will say permanent means nirandaram. But for all the generation, if I am changing only in body, not changing in the self, mean it is called sasuvadam. Sasuvadam, it means my self is not changing.
See, the innate nature of the self is sasuvadam, is not changing. Innate nature. The natural acceptance of the self is called sasuvadam.
Yeah.
Which doesn't change with the time, place, and people.
Yeah.
So when we are saying it doesn't change with the time, place, and people, like every day I'm asking you this question, your want of living with the feeling of relationship, will it change 500 years later from now?
No.
So there is possibility that in the next 500 years, you will go from one to another, but that Sasuvadam is not going to change. That Sasuvadam is the natural acceptance.
Yes.
What changes?
Body.
What changes is your imagination. Because now you are not operating with your Sasuvadam. Now you are operating with the preconditioning and sensations. So the more you explore and verify, then the content of the preconditioning and the content of sensation is going to change. So that change is called development. That change is called development. So you are going to develop, right? And this development is linear. So Sasuvadam is going to be there like that only. That's invariant. But the lower part of the self, the B2 block of the self, the content of the B2 block of the self are going to change.
Yeah. Sir, and one more thing. Self from one body to another body, why it can't change, sir? Like a Parkai Pravation. One human body to another human body. So what he was saying from next thing, but forcibly, self cannot.
You see, just start looking to when we are associated with the body, why the things are happening, how the things are happening. If you start doing this observation, right? If you start doing this observation, it's the same thing. Today also, the people aren't we having the problem of encroachment of the land? Yes. That's the same thing. Okay. It's the same thing, right? If the self is
or exchanging of selves, two selves accepts.
I'm answering to your first question. Okay. Let the first question settle down.
Okay.
Then you can come with the second question. Okay. Right? Then you can come with the second question. So if you focus is we are doing this encroachment, right? Thinking that this is my land, I own this land, okay? Or I can have, my right on this land. Similarly, sometimes the self may get confused and thinks that that house is also my house and try to enter into it. Try to enter in a sense, try to get associated with the body. It's not entering in the body, but try to associate it with the body. This is quite possible, and a lot of experiment has been done on this particular area. But what is the meaning of it? What's the use of it? Because already one self is having this coexistence with the body. I can have coexistence with my body and keep developing. So why do we need such kind of experiment?
Yeah, actually in Tamil it is called Kudu Vittu Kudu Paidal.
Sir, I have another one doubt, sir.
Kudu Vittu Kudu Paidal, already one term is there.
So I have one doubt. So you say the self is always in the space and our physical body is changing, right? But I hope everyone knows that Valalar. So this is also out of syllabus. The Valalar just locked the door and the collector also come and open the door. The body is not there. So where is but body is a decomposition one, right? But the body is not there. Where it is?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There is this Tantra.
Tantra.
Right? This is called Tantra, and Tantra is also science. Right? Tantra is also science. Generally, Tantra is associated with black magics. Okay? So all such sciences are developed. People are there practicing all such kind of sciences. My simple question is that why do you want to practice this thing? If this is the reality, understand this reality and live with this reality.
Sir, I have order, bio order, and animal order. They are in harmony state. There is no education system. When the human comes, we have education system. Then only the disharmony start. Now my confusion is whether the education is spoiling or it will make disharmony, sir.
Yeah, if you have a human education, this will help you to develop harmony. If you have inhuman education, it will help you to develop disharmony.
Sir, you take there is no teacher has to say destroy the forest. There is no syllabus to destroy something. Whatever I educated is in right way, but like this, all my friends, all colleagues, they also educated like that. But where it's happened?
Yeah.
So this is my confusion state now.
You are not teaching destroy the forest, right? but you are teaching the maximization of profit. Yeah, and to maximization of the profit, you have to destroy the forest. We are teaching this. We are teaching this in the books.
Energy and electricity. So we have to fulfill their demand, no?
See, what you think?
I am from electrical background.
Yeah.
Sir, I am electrical background. The population increased, the power demand increased. So I have to increase that electricity production.
Okay, let's look into what is the problem. What is the problem? The population is the problem of the population without right understanding is the problem.
Right understanding of the population.
Population is not a problem. You know, if this many people develop this understanding and right understanding within, then all these things, all these people together will participate for the well-being of themselves and for the well-being of the nature. So population is not an issue. Issue is the lack of right understanding. If we have understanding, see my own observation, okay? My own observation, that in every colony, if you look into the parking, in every society, if you look into the parking, then you will find the number of vehicles are more than the number of people.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, is this the understanding or lack of understanding?
Lack of understanding.
Population is not an issue. Right? The population is not an issue. The issue is that each one of us, if there are 5 members in a family, then every member wants to have a 2-wheeler separate, and every member also wants to have their own 4-wheeler. Now, if there are 5 members, you have 5 2-wheelers and 5 cars. This is with understanding or with the lack of right understanding. So what is an issue with the human being, like rest of the things are in harmony, that you have taken it very nicely. Why the human being is not in harmony? Because Sumati Didi, session is going on here, so you please don't engage the participants. And I request participants, if they are sitting on the last, only the first chair of the row. This is the 5th day of the workshop, right? And many times we have given these announcements. Why the human being is not in harmony? Because human being has got this assumption, analysis, and the potential of knowing. So this potential has to be realized, then only the human being in a harmony. So this rest all is in harmony. Let me show you. This is already in a harmony. And when we say this, I cannot give an example of this, because whatever the example I will give, I will define the boundary of the space. So something which is continuous can't be exemplified, okay? But just visualize. What you visualize? There's a drawing sheet of the total length of the earth. There's a drawing sheet. And on the total length of the earth drawing sheet, you put a tiny spot with the pen. In the whole universe, our earth is only that much. It's a tiny thing you will see in the whole universe. Rest all is already in a harmony. The earth is also in a harmony. The physical order, the bio order, the animal order on the earth is also in a harmony. The human bodies on the earth are also in a harmony. The only thing which is in disharmony is myself. That's the only disharmony. That's the only thing which is in disharmony. Rest all is already in a harmony. So only this part is remaining, and it has to be happen in the self by the self, and that is the reason we have education. So this is the role of education. The role of education is not just to prepared student for the job. But when you perform this complete role, job is a part of it. Job is a part of it. This education we are talking about.
I have a doubt in new education. The human error maybe in 25,000 years ago onwards we have human order. But up to till date, there is no this much of deforestation, any problem. The last 500 years, when the education comes into the picture, what we am studying. So I have the doubt the education presently, what we am teaching, what I learned.
See, we have to look into the content of our modern education. We have to look into the content of our modern education, and we can see that whether our modern education is helping us to develop this understanding, or our modern education is creating confusion. See, a student spending minimum 20 to 25 years in education, after spending 25 years in education, what do you expect? A confusion or a clarity? How many students has got a clarity of life after completing the university and PhD? He himself is saying, right? And that's right. That is right. I have, gone through the same system of education. After completion of my higher education, I didn't have this clarity, because this is not the part of our syllabus. We are teaching, see, name the subject what we are teaching. Any year, any subject, tell me. Let us say first year engineering. Anybody is teaching here first year engineering? Okay. What is the subject you are teaching? Communicative English, physics, chemistry, maths,
English,
basic,
electrical and
basic electrical, physics, chemistry, maths, and how to
programming,
and Python programming, right? Are you teaching about yourself? See, you are teaching chemistry. Chemistry has, this is the role of physics, right? Here you are teaching physics. Here you are teaching chemistry. Here you are teaching botany. Like this is the biology, this is the zoology. Are you teaching human being? Now start looking into, open all the books right from your school to the university. See, what are we studying? We are studying the subject outside. Because we are studying the subject outside, we have been trained to look outside. That is the reason every now and then when I say look within, try and be aware of yourself, look into what is happening in your imagination, you people are finding it very difficult. Let's take a small example, right? Let's take a small example. If the two people are interacting with each other, you will find these two people can evaluate right from the American president to the Indian Prime Minister.
Yes, yes.
But they will not be evaluated themselves. Why we have not been evaluated to ourselves? Because we have been trained to look outside. So we are studying material. We have to study because we are the part of it. We are studying plant. We have to study. Without studying plant, we can ensure the harmony in the nature. We are studying animals. We have to study, right? Because animals are also part of the nature and human being also part of the nature. But are we studying about our own order, the human order? Even what we are studying about the human order is the body of a human being. But the body of a human being is an instrument. It's a material. Without studying the consciousness of a human being, the study will not be completed. See, all these experiments, the modern experiment and the research, whatever has been done and doing, and we have taken this as a conclusion and putting in our textbook, most of this experiment has happened on the body only. You are doing experiment on the rat. So, the body of a rat. How come those conclusions will be applicable to the human being? Because human being is not the body. Human being is the coexistence of the self and the body. So the experiment conducted in the conducive environment of the lab on rat can be applicable on the body of the human being only, but not on the consciousness of the human being. This whole confusion is there. Correct? That is the reason education is increasing upon, but the problems are also increasing upon. We are spending 25 years in education, and the population, the percentage of the population who is spending 25 years in the process of education is increasing upon or decreasing upon? Increasing. The schools, colleges, university, increasing. Individual level problems, family level problem, societal level problem, environmental level problem. We are not providing any sort of solutions to these problems because we are not studying human being in our syllabus. We have to study all these things. Education is the most important activity for the human being because the conduct of human being is based on the education. So the kind of inputs we provide, human being will be able to develop the understanding. What is happening today? The majority of the problems and the issue, right from my own life to my family, to my society, country, world, wherever the human being is, majority of these problems we are facing are due to the lack of skills or due to the lack of values. And unfortunately, unknowingly, our education has become skill biased. The skills are required. It's important to have. But what I said in the first session, only skill education will not suffice. We need to bring it holistic, value-based skill education. So the skill development, but the skill development is possible only with the clarity on what to do as a human being. Skill domain is the domain of how to do. So unless you have this clarity on what, no matter how effectively and efficiently you are doing and how, you may or you may not be able to achieve the expected outcomes. Okay?
Okay, I have only one sharing, sir. The thing is that right from LKG to +2 and higher education, right? So we have 10 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2 or something like that, and more than that also. What is happening is the content has been developed by the people who has got experiential validation. The content is good, but the role of the teacher is missing. Role of the teacher, because I'm able to understand what is around me with the education what I have got till 10 plus 2. But still, what is my role as a human being in that particular education? That is missing. It is because of the role of the teacher. And they are trying to complete the syllabus, enabling the students to write the examination, pass it, degree, something like that, what you told already. And I'm able to feel it, sir. Thank you.
I don't know, Bhaskarji, whether this content, as you said, is good and complete or not. Yeah, the content is good, you know. The content of education is good, but is it complete? Is it complete? So we already have a good content. We need to make it as a complete content. That's it. And then what you have said is right. The role of teacher is important. See, the first thing that the teacher need to have this feeling of relationship with him. If the teacher doesn't have this feeling of relationship with their children, the teacher would not establish that connect to the children. Right? So the faculty development programs are important. That's the reason, you know, continuously we are taking faculty development program. But we are also taking MDP, Management Development Program. And in SRM only, yesterday I came to know that SRM University is also planning for the Leadership Development Program. And hopefully, you know, the Chancellor, Vice Chancellor will also be there in that Leadership Development Program. Yeah, the efforts are going on, right? It may take a little longer time, but the efforts are going on. And we all are doing these efforts. Are we receiving the benefits or not? Yes. I am receiving benefit for myself. You are receiving benefit for yourself. At least some clarity in the thought has happened in the past 4 days or not. Yes. So if you continue with this, your thoughts will become clear. So efforts are going on at all the level. But sometimes what do we expect? We expect that like I put on the switch and the lights are blinking in this room. So similarly, I come on the workshop and the whole world should be changed. And I should also be changed. It's not possible because we are talking about the development of consciousness.
Sir, I wanted to have a connection between two things. Focusing on body and mind in terms of healing, sir. So can you please connect me with the healing process of mind with mind and body. Sometimes, no, if there is a cut, we have to put medicines, then it gets cured. If we didn't put medicine also, it is getting cured. I have seen family members who stuck with cancer, who has good confidence in them, is surviving. Less confidence in them is left there, they rest in peace. How would you connect this healing as into this?
Okay, yes. Small, simple observation, start doing it. Okay, very small observation. When you are very irritated and angry, right? Try and observe the impact of it on your body. What happens to your body? Immediate, the pulse rate, heartbeat, blood pressure, everything is increasing. Everything increases. Even, is there anybody from medical faculty here? Yes. Yeah. These medical faculties have also reached to the conclusion now these days, they are saying that many of the human diseases, the bodily diseases, are psychosomatic in nature. Mental things, right? Associated with the mental things. See, there's a coexistence between self and body, right? If the self is in a harmony, if the self has this feeling of self-regulation, would definitely affect and impact on the body. In the corona time, many times these people used to say, I got corona, and many of the people have taken decision of leaving the body. Just got corona. But then who got this corona? You or the body? Body. Who have the cancer? You or the body? Body. These are all bodily diseases. I didn't have cancer, the body got a cancer. I can be in a harmony and take care of the body. But the moment I start thinking that, I got a cancer, then you are in a state of panic. You are in a state of depression. And if you are already depressed within, all that, signal, you are sending it to the body. And the body is already diseased one. Such things happen.
So good afternoon, sir. Sir, this is a basic question not related to UHV. For past 5 days, you are taking UHV for us, and we don't know your real character, whether you are short temper or polite or nice person. But as of now, we are believing that you are very nice and you are capable of teaching UHV. But I am working in a college for past 20 years, and I am a person who is short tempered. I will scold students who are doing mistake, and next semester I am going to take UHV for them. Whether in the student's point of view, if I teach UHV, whether they will understand, they will have a mood that basically this person is a very short-tempered person, but he is going to take UHV. How can you handle this situation, sir, please?
If you start imposing on your student that you have to live with the feeling of relationship, then they will not. They will not accept you. The reason that the students have seen you, and there is possibility that the students may see you in the future also, that you are also losing your temper. If you are teaching, they will not accept. If you are sharing the values as a proposal, as a co-explorer, and you should be very clear that I have not understood this, I said this is not my content. This is not my content, right? All the time I'm saying that I'm in a process of exploration. I'm exploring. So I am also exploring. So I am also co-explorer, you are also co-explorer. This is the content. Let's explore together. Let us see what is naturally acceptable to you. Let us see what is naturally acceptable to me. Let us see our natural acceptance is the same. Children will accept you. Children will accept you. While sharing the content, if you are taking efforts for your development, then these efforts get communicated to the student, and the students will definitely have the feeling of glory for you. They will be able to see that, my teacher was 2 years ago, they were different. Particularly when the senior student goes from the college and the junior comes. So the senior student gives some sort of inputs to the juniors. That this is a very strict teacher. But when the one batch of junior is able to see that, no, he's not very strict, that things when it gets communicated, the students always have a feeling of glory for you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Right here also, I'm talking to, these are some of the regular, associated people. And not only they, but their friends are talking about them, right? That they used to be very different, but now little change is there, right? That little change is important. And for that little change, people are assured on you. Okay?
Sir.
I have a doubt, sir. One said we have...
You can give us an offer. That is nature of living of them. They were too happy, they were uneducated. Most of the people are taking up 90% are taking up farming. Farming is their, that is nothing but earning, through which they lived happily. Because that is in the whole 100% circle, they have taken up natural acceptance is the only one compared to that of the preconditioning and sensation. So the moral values are imbibed with them, moral values and the value education are naturally with them. So they have lived happily. Then the years going up, what happened, we lived in a joint family. So during that period, they inculcated the moral values and the value education to the, that is grandchildren's. So what happened now, we are living in the, that is nothing but neutral family. Along with that, the years going up, the education is also increased, the technology also grown up. What is our thinking is, we are not giving importance to what to do, the how to do we are giving importance. That's why that is the lack in the moral value now. This is my understanding.
So start giving importance to what to do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What to do.
Start giving importance.
Sir, good afternoon, sir.
During the conference and you the cancer patient conference, and you answered that the cancer is only for the body. You can make yourself to be in harmony, and then so that you can overcome it. My question is, if our body is in pain, can we able to make ourselves to be in harmony? Because there's also a statement called, I'm not sure, I'm just asking you, sir.
I got. Okay, because the time constraint, I got your question.
Health is wealth.
Yeah,
I just want to say that.
Let me respond to this question. Did it happen with you, like you are playing something, injury, maybe ankle, maybe hand, and you kept playing?
No.
And then when you started paying on the attention, you realized the pain? Had it happened any time when you were a child? That's it. Right? It's me. See, the body and me are different. The body is in the space, I am in the space. When I pay attention on the sensation, then only I feel the pain. When I don't pay attention on the sensation, I don't feel the pain. There is possibility that some of you might have not had breakfast and having hunger now, right? But you are not paying attention. The moment you start paying attention, you will feel hungry. Yes.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Sir, the thing about this natural acceptance, and I am going to take the other body. And if suppose I am going to get, I have some sanskar, and if I am going to get some parents who are not at that level of competence, so will myself get degraded with the percentage of sanskars I am having?
No, you will help your parents to develop their sanskar.
Okay. And the other thing is like...
And that is what is happening, in many families, the children are helping parents to understand. It's happening.
And the other thing is like, so I was not able to get a clarity on if I'm going to get the entire natural acceptance as my sanskar for the self. So what will happen to myself then?
Okay, very nice. Okay, let us see what will happen to yourself. First to this state. The completeness of right understanding and right feeling out of the syllabus. The content I'm sharing is out of the syllabus. Okay? Once you reach to the state of completeness of right understanding and right feeling, which means now you have two options. Now you have two options. One option, don't take the bodily form. Okay? Be there in the space, you are in the space. And then help those self who are on a higher side of the development. The self and self is communicating. Even today also, the body we are taking as an instrument, but the communication is happening between self and self, right? Body is an instrument. Today also some of you gets an intuition sometime. Your cell phone is there and it rings and then you know that who is calling. This is also an intuition. It's also an intuition. So what is happening? The self and self is connected. The body is just a material. So once you have this completeness of right understanding, let me put it in an example. So those who are into the PhD, you can directly guide them without getting into the body. Okay? Number 2 choice you can make. What? Take the body and help the common people. That is what is called incarnations. So incarnation is different. Okay? That is what is called incarnation. So what is called incarnation? It's not rebirth. See, rebirth is not, you are not borning, right? You are continuous. You are continuous. Incarnation is basically you are taking a body, a new body with a purpose. So these are the 2 choices.
So here I have one doubt, sir. I need a clarification. We were talking about the material and then self. And if we think about the body, we have a limitation in the space. But the limitation differs. Whether the self wants to leave the body, so at that time it will leave. Otherwise, what happens? This is a confusion I had.
Yeah, it's your decision. It is always your decision to associate with the body and disassociate with the body. It's your decision. It's always your decision.
Sir, I have a small thing to share with something related with the cancer and treatment. So I think most of the people who have gathered here might be knowing about Ramana the saint who lived in Tiruvannamalai. Actually, the Ramana Maharishi, he just got developed cancer, and while he was being treated, he was advised by the doctors to have surgery. And during surgery, actually before surgery, he told the doctor, I will not be taking anesthesia. He just told that because myself and body is different, so you just go ahead with the surgery. Without anesthesia, it was conducted and it was cured. Just I wanted to share this.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Questions over? Yes. See, before I take his question, let me share one input, right? Something I'm saying out of syllabus. Let us take one input. What that input is that there is possibility that you might have heard this word, different words till today. There is possibility that you might have read this different word in the different scriptures. And this is not the scripture of one ism or the other ism, but almost in every ism, right? You might have read, you might have did the prayers, right? You might have chanted all these things. So just try and understand what is the reality of it. When you try and understand what is the reality of it, then it helps us to practice. So that practice is important. And what is the meaning of practice? The practice is basically living with it.
Namaste, Bhaiya. Namaste. So this is regard with cancer. அப்பாக்கு இன்றைக்கி தான் கடைசி நாள்னு நினைக்கிறேன். He told like that. He's unable to lift, unable to eat anything. Then I said, don't worry, I'll come, I'll reach within 2 hours. And then I went to my home. I took my dad around 11 p.m. to the hospital. For the diagnosis, I have been running from various hospitals for around 3 weeks. Still nobody couldn't diagnose it's cancer. They said it's all due to aging. He doesn't have immunity power, something like that. And finally, one doctor had some suspicion, and then they advised for a colonoscopy. Then after colonoscopy, they took PET CT. So in the PET CT, they found that my dad has colon cancer. Immediately, my brother and I had a discussion on this, how to handle this, something like that. Then immediately, we planned to do a surgery for that. But the doctors said that we can't do the surgery immediately due to his health condition, something like that he was saying. Then I was discussed with the doctor and said that, sir, till last week he was driving his bicycle. Then he said, okay, then I'll perform the surgery. And he had his colon cancer surgery. But the first surgery was not success. Again, the second surgery was done. And after these 2 surgeries, now he is fine and very happy with us. But so far, we haven't told that he has a colon cancer. We just said that you have some small lump in your stomach, like that. After 3 months, one day my wife came and told me that she has a blood discharge in her nipple, like that. Everybody got panicked. But I didn't panic. I tell that, okay, wait, let us look. So I was analyzing with my doctor friends and other well-wishers what to do, like that. But everybody got panicked. அம்மாக்கு எப்படி இருக்குன்னு சொல்லிட்டு நீங்கள் கேர் எடுத்துக்க மாட்டீங்களே, பார்க்குறீங்களே. You don't that, அது என்னன்னு பார்த்துக்கலான்னு சொல்லிட்டு. So after a week, I just took my mother-in-law to the hospital and interacted with the doctor and told the doctor that not to reveal that she has a breast cancer. So we told the same thing, some small lump in her breast. Immediately she was admitted. Very next day the surgery was happened. So nobody has felt the pain of cancer. They feel that they just underwent in surgery and they are happy now. That's my sharing. Thank you, sir.
Very good. Thank you. See, this is what all the time I'm saying. We can start observing within. We can start observing the things around us. All these things are happening, right? So then we get these experiences. We get these examples. We have examples of people living in harmony. We have examples of people, the families are living in harmony. We also have examples of institutions are working for creating harmony within and creating harmony in the whole, the campus. Like this university is one of the example of it. This university has come up on the map of Indian university now as the university who is taking efforts for making a living model of harmony. I don't know how many of you are aware of it or not. But in Indian knowledge area, in the education area, it talks about SRM as this is one of the university who is taking a very rigorous and serious efforts for the development of every individual in this university, particularly the faculty, and they are trying to develop these students through the faculties. The management is also getting involved into it, and the visionary leadership always have a blessings, for all these things. I'm not going to wind up these sessions because one more session is required. So after the lunch also, I may take like half an hour, 1 hour. But before we break for the lunch, let me share my own feelings with you all for the past 5 days. Like this is 4.5 and these 2 sessions. I'm not sharing only my feelings, but I'm sharing the feelings of Yashwant Bhaiya, Pooja Didi, and on their behalf, I'm sharing these things. Okay? We have been appointed as RP team for this workshop by AICT. And then we came. So before coming to this workshop, we had little interactions. Every day, evening, we are having these reviews. In the past 4 days and the 2 sessions, whatever the questions you all are asked to us, you're listening. Every single your listening, every single your behavior, every single of your question would help us to develop our own understanding. So my understanding before 4.5 days, and if I see my understanding today, I'm able to see that little increment, very minor increment. Throughout the day, all this 4.5 days, one of the things what we have decided before to come to the university, that we have decided that we'll keep checking our feelings from morning to the night. When we are interacting with the participants in the hall, when we are not interacting with the participants in the hall, when we are going to the lunch, when we are going to the washroom, everywhere, we'll just keep observing our feelings. So all these questions which you have put on us help us in development of our understanding. All these 4.5 days being with you would help us in our journey of development. And for that, Priya, please come. Puja Didi, please come. For that, on behalf of AICTE and on behalf of this resource team, Puja Didi and Yashwant Bhaiya and Sumati Didi, our regional coordinator of this region, I would like to express a deep feeling of gratitude towards each one of you. So we have this deep feeling of gratitude towards each one of you for being the part of our journey for the last 4 days and the 2 sessions. When we have come here, when we all have come here, one person who was continuously dealing with AICTE, and you must be knowing who that person is, right? This is Supraja Didi. When AICTE has announced the funded workshop, she started literally pushing. She has started pursuing with the AICTE continuously that SRM University is taking lots of self-finance workshop. Okay, but in the self-finance workshop, we can accommodate only our university people. This AICTE funded workshop help us to invite the people from the other university and the other colleges in our campus. So please allow us to have this AICTE funded workshop. And that is how you got this AICTE funded workshop. So thank you, Supraja Didi. Thank you, Sumati Didi. Sumati Didi is the regional coordinator of this region, very active regional coordinator, and always keep thinking of how to take universal human values in Tamil Nadu. She is in contact with many, colleges. I guess some of you already are in contact with you. Those who are not in contact with you, please take the number of Sumati Didi, and whatever the activity of UHV you want to have in your campus, in your college, you can contact her. That activity will be done nicely because, she is very proactive volunteers in the UHV team. So thank you, Sumati Didi. For the past 4, I'm sharing our experiences, right? The experience of V3. When we landed on the airport, there was someone to pick us up. I remember this Karthikeyan came to me to pick me up, and traveling from Karthikeyan from the airport to the hostel, right? Was a good journey. He expressed, he shared a lot of things about his life, about his family. I told about my family. So if you meet Karthikeyan, he will tell you that how many family members I have in my family. And I know that how many family members are there in the Karthikeyan's family. In the hostels we are staying with, in the mess we are going for the lunch and dinner and the breakfast. All the facilities what you have provided with are excellent. They are more than enough. This campus, it's a very busy campus. It's a very, very busy campus. I think some 20,000 students are studying. 20? 50,000 students. 50,000 students are studying in this campus, some 5,000 plus faculty members. I'm not sure, maybe 3,000 to 5,000 plus faculty members, and that lots many supporting staff and all these things. But look at this hall. This is the 5th day. Every day we are coming, every day we are going, but the hall is in well placed. right? Everything is proper, everything is neat, everything is clean. All the arrangements, the electronic arrangements, this projector, everything without any sort of disturbances. And all these things has happened possible because of the team of volunteers, right? The team of volunteers who have, so please come. Please come. These are the team of volunteers. Come, Didi, come. See, you have done, yes, you are participating. These are the volunteers team of SRM who put all of their efforts to make this workshop successful. So please have a big round of applause for all of this. And the very, very important, very important, if these Akkas have not performed their duty properly, it would have been very difficult for us to sit in this hall. It would have been very difficult for us to use the washrooms, the toilets, the canteen. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for whatever you have done for us. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I just want to have just 1 minute, not much. Along with the participants, along with these people, 100 more people have worked, have come here. We have gathered together just to bring up. All these people have put an effort to bring a happiness in your life, in my life, in our life, and especially to Umesh Bhaiya. All the way have come from the wedding directly. Just, he hardly took some rest. 12:30 when he landed, I could see his face, how tired. But the next day morning, 8 o'clock sharp, he's back, like his self is active to make all of us active. So all these gratitude, he never always take this gratitude, but we can show our gratitude through our own self-development. That is the least we can do. Thank you so much, Umesh Bhaiya. Our gratitudes to you. And gratitudes to whole resource team, my team, as well as for all the Akkas, Annas who have worked behind the scene. And thank you for the participants, for your willingness to come forward even with a lot of challenges and difficulty. My sincere gratitude to the whole people who are putting their efforts. Thank you so much.
Stand and give him.
You can show the gratitude by standing ovation.
So now we'll break for the lunch, and after the lunch, very quickly, we'll gather for photo shoot at 1:30 near Tech Park staircase. Okay, at 1:30, please be there. Okay, thank you.
I'll make an arrangement.